Surprise! Guess who it is? Chillmonger and Marcus. 2/3. No. 100% of the Pantheon members who show up on time.
You don't pay for that. Jared's gonna come on here like a man on fire because of that comment.
He's gonna say, I had to just pick the right hat to put on my head. Hello,
What's up, Pantheonis? What's up, Pam?
Gina Carano is all I want to talk about. So I have so much to say about that news story. Not Michael Bay, huh? Transformers. I'm
hype about that. I'm a Michael Bay fan, man. I'm very hype about that.
All that streaming nonsense what Disney's been up to. One closes, one opens because ESPN's gonna do their own thing, and they're gonna include wrestling. So we got wrestling in.
I hate that. Hate it.
In the past, in the 80s, they had some Florida Championship Wrestling or Georgia. No. Which was it? They had a promotion on ESPN back then.
More so for the PLEs. I don't think it's going to affect Raw or SmackDown, but the paid live events all being on Peacock was very convenient. I liked it. I don't really like any streaming platforms that Disney has made. So we'll see.
We got Star Wars news. Well, that's kind of the Gina Carano stuff, but they have been reshuffling some dates. I know it's like whatever. Yeah. Kathleen Kennedy has 5 months to hold it out and just prove that all of these rumors and reports are not true. I'm not being fired. You just can't believe everything you read on the internet. And then in 2026, she'll be gone. That's it, everyone. I'd like to say goodbye. KK.
If she could say goodbye before we get any of these awful Rey movies that since there are just like 7 of them that we're all just so sure is going to happen. We'll get to it when we get to it, but that is just it's a devastating report.
Pam's in the building. Lawrence is in the building. Iconic is in the building. Dangato said, I'll be here in the replay gang. Catch y'all later. Johnny Rastafari says, what's up, chat and crew watching Weapons? I'll catch y'all on the replay gang. Like, is anyone here? Is anyone going to be here for the now play? God. Brother Stark was good.
Brother Stark.
We got a legit human being account who exists and is a real genuine person and not an operative of the Disney corporate arm. What? Gina Carano? Yeah, shut her up. She just got paid to shut up, Gina Carano.
I mean, she did get paid to shut up. Now that is a correct statement, but Kevin Davis being a real person, who knows?
Marcus can put you in check. Marcus, get chill. He's been cutting up in the mornings.
Uh-oh, what you been doing in the mornings?
Excuse me, Lawrence. Nah. Explain. We need to provide a full essay of what I did.
Cutting up implies you've been wilding somehow.
Nope. I have not been wild. Did my internet just cut out? My bad. I think I just cut out.
I think you're good now.
Steve says, hey, yo. Hi, Steve.
What up, Steve?
I am. I'll see Weapons Friday or this weekend. Everyone likes Weapons. Y'all think Bo winning his case? Bo? Yes.
It's seeming pretty good, isn't it? It's seeming pretty good.
Feels like Gina they don't want Discovery getting out there very badly. They'd rather apologize to you.
Doesn't that seem like really what it is boiling down to? They never really have strong legal footing in any of these situations. They just settle. And then now, much like how the ScarJo situation transpired, we can't wait to work with her again, have her back in the Disney umbrella. We always loved her. All of the cast and her directors, all of her coworkers loved her so much that we had to fire that ass. Like, okay. The about face is crazy. I said to somebody earlier, Jonathan Majors should have sued. To hell with all. I don't be with the kumbaya shit like Kendrick said. He should have sued.
What grounds did Jonathan Majors have to sue?
That they have stuck with other actors. Right? He would have that evidence before and after his case. But that they have stuck with other actors in alleged violent acts and stood by them and allowed them to work their opportunities with Disney and see them.
Name an actor who's had a case that's gone against them, like a guilty verdict while they were working with
Guilty
them,
verdict.
and
But
they
see, the thing
continued.
is, they didn't wait for a guilty verdict. He was pretty much done. He was dropped by his representation. We pretty much knew he was done with Marvel while he was going through the trial. So like it's kind of like, I hear that, and yeah, Jonathan Majors went through his trial. He got a conviction. You know, if he was fired for cause, he was fired for cause.
So then, how do you get
They
Disney?
distance. Say what?
So then, how do you sue Disney for that? Like you're basically saying, yeah, you were fired for cause. You have that morality clause and everything. They went to
But there
court.
was no cause at the point that they let him go. Is my point.
No, they waited until like 10 minutes after the trial. He was in the car, and like his defense lawyer was like, "You got to check this out," and he read the article saying he was fired.
Okay, if that's how it happened, that's how it happened. It sure seemed like the writing was already on the wall by the time that he was in court arguing his case, and we can have that. I also think that the bar of federal prosecution is kind of a farce, because so then it's okay to have 9 civil cases where you potentially harmed women or children, but then the one potential criminal case is the one that we have to cut bait with you off of the appearance alone, right? It's okay for you to have suspicious cases with minors and all across the board.
Ezra Miller.
No. I'm sticking strictly with Disney right now, because they've got several actors that they plan to keep working with that have these such cases. They just haven't gone out of the realm of civil, right? They haven't gone to a criminal case, so I guess it's okay, right? Like that's kind of where the arbitrariness comes from me. If you're going to say you're going to fire somebody for cause, the mere appearance of impropriety should be enough, right? Because that's what it was for Jonathan Majors mostly. If you're not going to hold yourself to that moral standard, then what is the point of trying to play moral in these situations at all? It's so easy to point out the hypocrisy of it all. They've got 3 other guys on the roster right now who are continuing to get work. All have allegations. You got Tanakh, you got Captain Marvel's daddy, you got Jared Leto. All 3 of them still going to be working in their projects. The Kamal Khan's dad didn't get recasted. Namor will be back. Kukulkan Khan will be back in some way, shape, or form. And Jared Leto has a movie premiering with Disney in December. So do you really care about that type of shit, or is it just, a little too controversial when it's the black guy?
I think actually it's the problem is like the video was out that whole week. It took a while for the verdict to come out. So the video came out like on a Friday, I think, and the verdict came the next week, Thursday. So maybe there was 5 or 6 days where the video of outside what happened, he put her in the car. If you have such morals and so, oh my God, that video should have been enough on that day to go, oh, did Jonathan do that? All right, we gotta cut our relationship with him. If it was about morals, but if it's about, well, a guilty verdict is the guilty verdict, and that's just procedure, then it's procedure. So, but the point of the procedure is the immorality. You guys had 5 or 6 days to sit on it and be like, and like think about what you were gonna do about it.
Yep, that's my
He says,
point.
I'm gonna start streaming soon. So we'll be Replay Gang 2. See, I don't like that. I don't like gang. I don't anything gang. Anything Ironheart, Riri Williams related. I don't like.
What?
Because she joined the gang.
Said gang.
Yeah,
gang,
I'm just
gang
we gotta cut that one out.
Friendship. Gang is friendship. It's camaraderie.
Okay, look. What about OG? That feels like everyone's saying when they're talking about the old thing. They're like, oh, I like the OG Pokemon. I like the OG, like original gangster. No, let's not use that one. Let's just say like the old school.
Also a sign of respect. Also a sign of respect. You got to pick up on the colloquialisms of it all. It's not
we got to change.
Not, first of all,
it will change.
If all words meant what they meant at the start,
yeah,
our language would be a lot different, right? And so context matters. The way that people adapt in language matters. And OG today is a sign of respect. It's not a gangster. I would call most of the older members in my family at this point OGs, and not think of criminality. Just think of a sign of respect to acknowledge their years. Gotta give time to evolve.
we say the words like that's cool, and some people have evolved that. And there's some people will say styling. Oh, that's styling. Oh, that's nifty. Oh, that's old people, right? They used to say that. Then the thing
I'm
fades out.
like, is this Canadian lingo?
Oh, that looks tough. Oh, that goes hard. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's dope. Well, that was something older, and I feel like more people say dope again now. It had like 10, 20 years off. But like words are gonna come and go. I'm very happy that OG is about to lose its luster. It's going away soon.
To who, fam? What are you talking about?
Everyone's gonna stop saying OG. They're gonna start saying, "Oh, that's the classics era. Oh, that's the hardwoods. Oh, those are the yeah." There's gonna be another word for it.
OG has lasted from its original form all the way to now. I don't think anybody's going away from OG though.
But this is the strongest form.
OG just means original. That's how ingrained into the culture it is. I'm telling you, look at the comments. I can't tell everybody what it means all across the country.
Okay. Steve, DM me your video. John ain't got no case. Bo and Gina did. Jonathan Majors got dropped except for the harassment for the text and injuries while putting her in the car.
Chill wants to speak in old English.
Yeah. Thou is
English. That's not English. Or I guess so. Yeah. There you go. Maybe old Brits. Sure.
Sociolinguistis a la Pantheon. Yes, stamina. In it, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. It's nothing to do with criminality. Yeah, it is, man. You gotta look at the roots.
It doesn't, dog. Like
what do gangsters do? Crime?
But again, people aren't thinking original gangster when they say OG today. Again,
yeah, I said the roots. I said the roots of the word.
Right, but words move on. They evolve. The older meanings kind of fade away. Like it doesn't stick with its original all the time.
Okay, so Joey Soul's cool for the colored comment. That was the old color. No, that was the old thing.
No. But I'd be a fool not to acknowledge that there wasn't a time where people openly walked around calling themselves colored. Like I'd be an idiot.
That's how
even though now I know that it's offensive to hear that. So that's you just gave me a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Words evolve. They change. I was going to ask you something though. So I noticed that a lot of Brits call vacationing going on holiday. Is that a thing y'all do in Canada too? Is going on vacation going on holiday, or are you going on vacation?
Yeah, it's interchangeable. Yeah,
I've never said that. When we're going on a holiday, like that's like an actual holiday. Like we're traveling for Christmas. We're, traveling for a birthday, something like that.
Yeah, sometimes you travel for business or pleasure. Do you guys do that?
Sure. But it's a holiday either way. Like anytime y'all traveling.
I'm on holiday, or you'll get deducted holiday pay or vacation pay. Actually, people say it's not that different. It's all the same.
Going on holiday from uni. From uni.
Going on holiday from uni. Hey, we have not talked about a damn thing that was on the top.
We'll talk about Gina. We did talk about Gina a little bit.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that one. Let's do it. But first, a super chat. Money. You just mad because your ass is old. My first thing you do is just pick up the phone. You just mad because you're an OG. The first thing you do is make fun of Dwight Howard. I don't think Canada's slang can be taken seriously. Okay. Can any slang anywhere be taken seriously if you're not from there and you don't understand where the words come from? Any slang is funny and like odd. You can't take it seriously. Why?
Why choose violence? It's 9:50. We supposed to be winding down, relaxing, having nice conversations about movies and the such. Came in the chat with $2 to pay for violence.
He came for $2 to give his opinion. I am too fly cam thinks Canada's slang can't be taken seriously. Okay. Thanks for the input.
Must be cheesing, fam.
It's not cheesing. Kendra got it wrong.
What is it?
He would have said you must be cheesed, like cheesed.
That's so much worse.
How is that? How are you gonna tell what's worse to someone
You
who's
should have
actually
left it at
from here?
cheesing, fam. You should have
Cheese.
left it
No
at
one says
cheesing,
cheesing.
fam.
The act of making somebody upset is not cheesing. It's not cheesing without a G.
Well, I mean, technically, you need that prefix on there to make it a continuous thing. But I get what you're saying. Y'all slang is y'all slang, bro. You tell me how to say it. You must be cheesed, fam.
She'll need no, don't. It's okay. She'll need to take American tour and learn some things about the culture. Yeah,
we should do that. We should do a cultural exchange.
Yeah,
you come to Ohio, I'll come to Toronto. Let's do a cultural exchange. Take me around to all the cheese heads. Take me to the cheesers. take me to the cheesers. I want to go to New Ho King, and then
I
whatever.
needed to go there. I did not go there yet. I needed to go there. What was I thinking? How did I not attend and ask for the Kendrick special with the what is it? The dip sauce, fried rice,
and fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammer, Crody.
A blammy, like a weapon because you blam somebody.
What did I say?
I think you said a blammer. I don't know. I wasn't listening. You said it wrong though. Haha. That came out left field.
I said a blammer. Yeah, I said blammer. Blamming. I feel like it's getting worse with each explanation, but you got it. You get it. You got it.
Depends on the context of using it. He was wrong in any context. Yeah, you guys are all wrong. I was just typing that, Michael Nemo. Brits, I'm having a Chinese American. I'm eating Chinese food. I'm not sweating that. That's cool. That's like when they say football instead of soccer. Like I get it. I'm not gonna act like, oh, the language is all over the place. Like, we can work together, everybody.
I'm having a Chinese for dinner. Are you having one over? I'm having a Chinese.
When are you gonna call chill high yella? Yella? Is that in Ohio?
High yella. That's pronounced high yella, as in you have high yellow skin.
Thank you. Now I'm sick to my stomach, fam. I know the woman. All right, very good. We got a very international feed on your timeline. Yes. Come on tonight and chill. Come to Tennessee, and chill. We'll see what's really going down. Why would I want to go to Tennessee? Why would I want to be there?
Things in Tennessee. They got Nashville. They got Memphis, one of the blackest places in America. There's a lot of stuff. They got Galveston out there in the cabin. Not Galveston. What is that in Tennessee in the mountains? Gatlin? Is it Gatlinburg? I think it's Gatlinburg. They got a lot of nice stuff in Tennessee.
You're just naming the places though. Like, what is the attraction? What's in Tennessee? Other types of probably
Nashville would be music.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Memphis would be just food and culture. I think if you're an outdoorsy person, then that's what the cabins is for. And what did I just say? Did I say Galveston again? That's not it. Gatlinburg. There it is. Gatlinburg.
Hey, what's the HBCU? What is the HBCU in America? Like, if someone's gonna be in the NCAA, someone's gonna make the Final Four. Like, what's the?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I ain't gonna start a fight. But I'll name a few. You got, Clark Atlanta. You got Spelman, Howard, Morgan State. Shout out to my frat. You got Grambling, North Carolina A&T, FAMU.
The reason I was looking for less instead of more is like, what if everybody, and when I say everybody, celebrity-wise, athletes, they're all like, we got to make this school what Harvard is, or even like what Duke is, University of North Carolina. Like, there's these Michigan, there's these schools. What if like we all just said, we're gonna make this the cool school. We're gonna do concerts here. If you're like a singer rapper, if you're like a basketball player, you'll fund their program. If you're like a coach, you'll go coach there. Like what Deion basically did with Jackson State. What if everyone collectively just said, let's all just help an HBCU? I think that's all I was asking, like, what's in first place? So somewhere in Atlanta, one of those. Spelman's in Atlanta, or is that in Washington, D.C.? Spelman's in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's me a lot of stuff, dog. I do think Spelman's in Atlanta. Clark Atlanta's in Atlanta. A lot of stuff down there. So my whole thing with the HBCUs is that's a beautiful dream. I think anything that is government funded like that, though, I think you should you'd be better off just starting your own institution. Why not just start your own institution?
Because it can't be called a historic.
Say what it can't. Well, it'll be historic to somebody else, to
Black.
other generations. It'll be historic. The reason why I say start your own institution is because I believe, and this is a personal belief, that wherever your roots are, you won't ever travel too far away from that. And so for us to be putting our money and resources in the HBCUs, which have garnered a lot of good things and a lot of great achievements for a lot of good people that we know and love today. However, those aren't our institutions. They weren't built by us. They actually were built by some folks and named after a lot of people who, quite frankly, do not align with us. So for me, that's why I give LeBron his props on his, his school in Akron, even though, things aren't going as well as he might have hoped. But it's still the thought process. Like, let's build an institution to improve on that's ours, as opposed to continuously trying to take the things that were quote unquote made for us and make them successful.
I beg your pardon?
So I
beg your pardon?
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's making a school opening September of next
the fuck it is.
year.
The fuck it is.
No, yeah, I'm on your side with it. I'm kind of like, I think this was the deadline for me this school year, because he said this school year, right? But now, like, damn, we got robbed or something happened at the school, or vandalism.
We got robbed.
Yeah, some vandalism or something that's gonna take, and now it's coming next September, and then he started asking for money to people.
He's
and I'm
asking like, for cash, bro. Like, bro,
send me a donation. I'm like, what? Your bank was frozen and they froze your funds. You don't keep like extra cash around. I don't like. Yeah, to me, it's like, oh, Dr. Umar, nah, this was it. Like, I hope it opens in September, and then I'll be back. Like, okay, he did what he had to do, and I know there's obstacles to trying to create a black school. Everything he's trying to do in New York City, I get it, 100%, bro. Just he'll have me back when the school opens in September of next year. But until then, Umar, especially with the asking for money thing, is like, yeah, Shillmongers, suspend my campaign for now.
Fam, that school is never opening. Number one. Number two, let's just walk through the logic of what he was asking about. My bank account is frozen. I'm in the process of getting my bank account unfrozen. Send me money. Send me money so I'll have some money in the meantime. So hold on, fam. Hold on. If it's frozen and it's about to be unfrozen, go sit down. Go sit down and wait. Like any other person. Go wait. And if it's that dire that you need $20 to put in your tank right now,
family friend couldn't help you?
I was about to say, there's nobody in your immediate circle that you don't have to get on social media to talk to that can send you some money in the meantime. You talking to the public? You asking for gifts and donations? Fam, your account ain't frozen. It's just bad. It's bad out here. Send money to my Cash App. No, sir. I will not be doing that. You are not a verified contact in my phone. I don't do that.
What if he asks 2 more times in the same voice?
Send money to Cash App. Send money to my cat. Send money to my Cash App.
It worked. It took all that money. I am too fly Cam. He says, do not go to Memphis, LOL. And I'm from Detroit.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Hey, don't go to Memphis and I'm from Detroit, because I done been to Detroit a couple of times, dog. It look crazy up there. But I want to go to Memphis. I want to try it out. He said, don't go there. He said, do not go to Memphis.
Don't go to the north. Detroit. Don't go to south. All right. I'll go to Detroit. Go to Little Caesars Arena. I'll watch the Red Wings. Watch the Pistons. I was about to say hello to Darius, but he's gone.
He'll be back.
Let's start with some fun news. Do you see this actress, first name Gina, last name Carana? She played Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. She has a tweet linked. Okay, first, 9 hours ago, the truth has set you free. All right, what's that about? I don't know. Then she goes, quoting Variety's article, that they've settled the legal dispute. She goes, I have come to an agreement with Disney Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the force. Whew. I want to extend my deepest heartfelt gratitude to Elon Musk from South Africa, a man I've never met who did this good Samaritan deed for me in funding my lawsuit. Thank you, Mr. Musk and Twitter, for backing my case and asking for nothing in return. To my lawyers, G. Schreier, isn't that the director for Thunderbolts? No, that's another one. Who walked me
Jake Shire.
who walked me through this unknown territory. Thank you for your wisdom and guidance. I am humbled and grateful to God with a capital G for his with a capital H love and grace in this outcome. I'd like to thank you all for your unrelenting support throughout my life and career. You've been the heartbeat that has kept my story alive. I hope to make you proud. I'm excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter. My desires remain in the arts, which is where I hope you will find me. Yes, I'm smiling. Bro, this woman fought the law and she won. She fought against Marvel, Disney Lucasfilm, and she was successful. I cannot believe, but I am also having to think back and look at what works for her. She has a group of people behind her who will buy and sell out the Cara Dune toys. All of the merchandise with her on it, they spent their money and they illustrated to the company. That's where we are. She had Elon Musk money. She had people, or it just so happened that Lucasfilm was doing poor in ratings and a lot of the merch that people weren't buying anymore and a decline. Money is what made Gina Carano come back, as well as the discovery aspect of it. They were at a point where everyone on her team was finding out what emails were being sent from in and out of Kathleen Kennedy's account and everyone else's account who was involved with Lucasfilm, and they did not want that to go public. She got it done. Congratulations to her. I'm not mad at her at all. I've always been against them for overreacting during the period where she was fired with her Instagram story, and I'm like, that was all it took. I don't think it's about injecting yourself with a drug and her stance against that. I don't think it's about pronouns and boop bop beep. I think that what got rid of her was the comparison she made from the way you treat people who are voting Republican to the way that Germany treated people in the 40s. I think that was the big thing that got rid of her. And I guess Marvel's like, let's take the temperature. How offensive was that? Who was really offended by that? How bad was it? Do we care? And like they're like, no, we don't. Like Donald Trump won this election with the popular vote. We are bending backwards to stop being what we used to be, which was kind of like too left, if that's the way to put it. And they're like, nah, the people with the money, the people who bought her toys, the people who are gonna be, we don't want to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions. Those are the people that we serve now. Come back, Gina Carano. And they actually apologized. I'll pull that up in a second, but someone else can go.
I don't. So I do think that this is a win for Gina in that she got her job back. Like she was on Ben Shapiro movies for the Daily Wire or whatever. Is it the Daily Wire or the Blaze? I could never remember what his platform is called, but
it's the Blaze.
What is it?
It's the Blaze.
The Blaze. There you go. The Blaze.
I'm sure Kevin Davis will correct me.
It wasn't looking too good in terms of prospects outside of her role as Cara Dune. So that is a win for her that they're very publicly inviting her back. With the overarching part of it about why Disney didn't want to go to court, I lean a lot heavier on the discovery phase of it. Like you said, like how deep do you really want to dig into the coffers to fight Gina Carano? Right? When really what she wants is a payout and to go back to work. Now, in terms of what value she provides to Lucasfilm because she's back, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. It is. I thought it was the Daily Wire. Gina is thick.
You said what value she has?
Yeah. What value she has for Lucasfilm coming back. I think that they've largely abandoned the storyline for her, or at least morphed it into what we saw in season 3 with Bo-Katan. Is that opportunity there for her to step back into her role as Cara Dune and have a significant change on the trajectory of Mando? I don't know that that's there. Now, what you'll probably be looking at is her showing up in the Mando Grogu movies. If those continue, maybe she's another added piece to legitimize Rey into this new world of Star Wars that they seem to be trying to, or Kathleen Kennedy is trying to create. But in terms of what her trajectory was when she was already in Lucasfilm, I don't think that they can get that back. They tried to do it already with another character, so it's like, so what's next? You know, and I feel like cameos are probably the easiest way to work her back in.
He's trying to go a whole hour without speaking. Look at him. You know that's your cue. Oh, he probably is so tuned out, like he doesn't even know I'm talking to him now.
I might not have had anything to say about this. I mean, Cara Dune, I don't think she has a future in Star Wars. I mean, she just... So I guess I'm maybe confused on the whole case anyway. She just sued them, but they settled. So why then would they say, hey, come on back to set now?
They said that in the statement, though. Like they're literally saying we can't wait to explore new opportunities to work with her again.
Here's the quote.
Like you don't come out that strong in the repudiation of what you were saying before about her if that's not what's planned, or at least what was agreed upon. Plus, if I'm Gina Carano, we're not leaving these negotiating tables, and if I don't have a job, what's the point? What is the point? Why would I leave out of here without dutiful employment and a nice fat check?
We're pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in her pending lawsuit against the companies. Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Ms. Carano in the near future. She's going to be a cameo in that Star Wars Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Mandalorian and Grogu are going to think, we need help. And you see Gina Carano coming.
Hey, if we hear anything about reshoots in the next 6 to 9 months on Mando Grogu, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what her place would be outside of a cameo, because she was supposed to be the leader of the Rangers, of the New Republic. They cut that, canceled that.
Cameo.
So yeah, more than a cameo, I don't.
They'll do like a reaction shot. Something major happens in the galaxy, and they'll cut over to her on her planet and go, "What just happened? Whoa!" And that'll be that.
What did they say happened to her, like in the show? What happened to Cara Dune canonically?
They never said.
I thought he addressed it with the dude Carl Weathers.
Grief Carver said on Navarro that she it wasn't for her. Like she's gone from the planet now. There was a line.
She's just out traveling. So yeah, okay. As long as they didn't kill her, I mean, it seems like it would be easy to bring her back. Just not in the capacity that she was in the beginning. It seemed like she was gearing up for some sort of spin-off role, or at least an arc in Mando. But we did it already. Like we already did that. So
I was, for selfish reasons, hoping she was not going to win. I have an unopened action figure of her that would have skyrocketed in price.
Yeah, she's going to get new action figures. You know, that's what's next. There's going to be a new line of Star Wars action figures featuring Cara Dune.
Mike from Rogue Comics made a good point about that. There was a lot of speculators who were thinking the same thing that Darius was thinking, like, oh, she's never going to have another Disney appearance. Like this purchase right here might end up being a one-off purchase that can net me $20K, years down the line. If that's not on the table anymore, does it sell the same? The merchandise, I mean.
It's going to be the Truth Sets You Free pack. coming out this summer. The truth shall set you free for
I don't think so.
$29.99.
I don't think so because, like, I don't know. I'll have to see, bro. Like the one I had of her, well, the one I have of her, it's not opened, and it's literally why I got it. Because I'm like, she's never
coming back. Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna skyrocket in price. And now I'm just like, well, shit. Is it just $30?
$29.99. You know what I did want though? To go to court. So I wanted to see these secrets come out. Like I really want that. Now it's up to Bo DeMeo. This is up to him to be the guy to actually
They gonna
fight.
settle with him too, bro. He got more of a case than Gina Carano.
So if they settle with him and he gets his season 3, wouldn't that be cool?
That would be dope. No. If they says he's cool, we're delaying season 2. Let him get in there and rework that shit. I don't want to see whatever monster that they came up with. I don't even want to see it.
It was finished. Season 2 was finished. So
his version was,
yeah.
But then they went back and redid it.
But if it's
right?
finished, so keep going.
So I'm just saying, like, it's their newer version that's primed in there now. I don't want to see that shit.
It would depend when it's settled. I was implying like it'll be settled next year when season 2 is already out and
season
like
2's out.
and
Okay.
once it's released. But yeah, it really just depends on when the settlement happens.
Yeah.
In a way, I want him just to be happy. Like, you know, mental health, all that good stuff. I want the best for the man. But when you settle, Colin Kaepernick settled. It limits how far you can go with the cause anymore. But yeah, it's just weird. If you don't settle and you end up losing, you see, there is no racism. What are you guys talking about here? You took it to court and you couldn't prove it to 12 people. So there's no racism. It's like it's very iffy. It's a balance act. I think if I'm in the situation and I'm trying to defend myself and my rights and trying to prove that I had these racist encounters and I'm trying to show the discrimination in the workplace and I have to stand it all the way to the end. I know it's going to be pricey, but like I'm blackballed regardless. Unless I can get a deal like Gina got where she gets to have her job back, apparently. Like they look forward to working with her. Unless you can guarantee me that. If you're Bo DeMeo, you're like, yo, your name has been smudging. Like the big studios aren't going to be looking to use you anymore.
See, I don't know if it's that far though, because even with ScarJo a few years back in her case, they were trying their best to make her seem money hungry, that, you know, she had made all this money and now she's begging for more when she's getting her solo picture. Like they tried their best to paint her in a certain light.
But she's the 2-time sexiest woman alive.
Sure. I mean, ScarJo's more popular than Gina Carano in a basic sense. But my point of it is that Disney just never really seems to have strong legal footing in these matters. They come at it kind of like, we're too big for you to fuck with us, so we're just going to go along with it for fuck's sake because we have bigger legal departments, our money's longer, we can afford to sit it out. Knowing the whole time, like, that's the only leg that they have to stand on. We're bigger, we have more money, our lawyers are better.
But what about those pictures that he was sending to the crew? What pictures?
I don't think that shit exists, fam. I don't think that shit exists.
Wasn't there also another studio that had an issue with him, The Witcher, I think? If I'm thinking about The Witcher and issues that they had, I'm thinking about what would he be so hardly going for? Like what was the fight over? Probably him sticking to source material.
That's what it was. He said that. Also, if I'm Bo, since we're talking about things that would have been asked for, either you give me the next 3 live action X-Men films or I take this whole thing to court.
Ooh, fire Jake Shire. So he's writing them or directing them? Yeah,
writing.
Okay, yeah. No, we can do that. Let Jake or whoever.
I don't. He was right there the whole time.
He was.
How did they fumble Bo DeMeo? He was right there. He's an X-Men. They thought like X-Men is gonna suck. Oh my god, we gotta get rid of him. He has the best X-Men since we had X-Men in animated series. He was right there, and he could have done the movie.
Yep.
My face hurts. My high yellow face hurts.
Could you imagine him writing the live action X-Men films? Be in good hands.
It would be pretty good. I don't know what Storm's role would necessarily look like, but or Bishop for that matter. But no. Over and all, I think I have more faith in him writing an X-Men script than I have in Mr. Worcestershire.
I still don't believe he's directing it, but maybe he really is, though. They're bringing Shackman.
I don't think that he's going to last the 3 years it's going to take to start shooting that film. Like, I think there's going to be other directors who pop periodically in Marvel's runs. I think there's going to be other names that float around. It's going to be very easy to look at one of those treatments that they don't like from him and be like, this isn't working. Let's go on to the next one. That's literally their MO. Now, the thing that gives Shire a leg up is that he presumably already knows what they like and has seemingly pleased them before. So he's got a formula. It's just that, is he going to be the strongest option by the time it's ready to start shooting?
As long as they don't call Scott and Jean slim and red. I understood that reference, Rogue.
Jesus, imagine people working in that office and saying that type of shit. Oh, I think it's so dumb, so belittling. Let's just not do it. Goodness gracious.
Super chat.
In my bag now.
Gina will star as the German in the indie reboot, LOL. She's perfect. Also, this Mando stuff seems tired already. I'm not excited for the movies at all. Who's the German? Trying to call her Emmanuel Macron's wife? Like she's gonna play that German man?
Yeah, you better. They're very litigious about that. You better back off. You better back off.
Oh, you're talking about that? Oh, wait, I think that's something else. Never mind.
Brigitte Macron.
The Candace Owens thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They're very litigious over there. That boy Macron's gotten very angry about the stories about his wife.
Well, Candace Owens can be part of that film. She can write the script there. Gina Carano playing him. Playing a German man with a small mustache.
Do you want them to reboot Indiana Jones right now? That's Lucasfilm. Keep in mind, that's Lucasfilm now.
No, but like this is about the Mando stuff. The Mando stuff seems tired already. I disagree.
The first part, Gina will star in the indie reboot as the German.
Oh, I'm thinking Independence. Indie.
Yeah.
I agree with I Am Too Flycam. It is tired. The only reason it's tired is because they made it tired.
Oh yeah.
Like what is like I'm just, bro, Grogu's gonna be Gugu. He might say like 2-3 words. I he's not he doesn't have, there's no mass dialogue for Grogu and Mando Grogu. So it's like since 2018, we've been with this child, and you fucked it up by not sending him with Luke because you wanted to sell merchandise. And now by the time he was supposed to be back in the movie, he should have been trained, grown, talking,
doing all kind of shit. Not Gugu Gaga.
Yeah. So I agree. I'm tired. It's like, hey, bro, if he's not flipping like Yoda and Yaddle in this movie, I might be good on Grogu. I already kind of am good on Grogu. I like Mando still.
I need Kathleen Kennedy to retire. I need Bob Iger to go ahead and run for president or whatever the hell he's gearing up to do. I need Kevin Feige to take his walking papers and go start another film franchise or whatever the hell.
Yeah, let's prove that it was you and it's not Marvel.
Yeah. Or just go wander in the desert for 12 years. I don't know. But that's what we need here, folks, is a complete overhaul of leadership, because the things that have plagued us are not changing because the leadership's not changing. The conventional wisdom is not changing. The ideas of how to win over audiences, how to win money, how to win box offices is still there, and they haven't broken the mindset, right? Like everything we hear from behind the scenes, everything that we're seeing on the screens is telling us that they don't have a changeup. They don't have a changeup pitch for all my baseball fans. They don't have anything. All they know how to do is throw the heat. And when that's not working, they're a shell of themselves. I think it's time to start at the top and just clean house, man. Just new blood. At some point, the shareholders in this company got to wake the fuck up. Because for too long, we've just been leaning on the reputation of Bob Iger. We've just been leaning on the reputation of Kevin Feige. We've been leaning on the reputation of Kathleen Kennedy and just expecting that to net you some dollars. Hey, listen, man, I'm not the most astute investor. But the one thing I do know is you would like to have that money that you put into it, not just burn away, but maybe grow exponentially 2 times, 100 times, 1,000 times over. And they can't be feeling like that's what's happening here recently. So I think time's up.
Curiosity. Sorry. Did you see Josh's take on this today?
On the Carano stuff?
Not on Carano, just where you were talking about a mass overhaul and things like that. Just where Marvel is.
Oh, no. Did he speak on
He
somebody getting
didn't
fired?
so much speak on somebody getting fired. He just was, Josh goes in and out of 1 minute,
Warhammer?
1 minute, no, 1 minute, not, well, yeah, that too, but 1 minute Marvel's back, baby. The next minute it's
It's very flip-floppy. It's like,
well,
my gosh, man, I think they could do it. I think they could come out of this. And then the next minute it's like, this isn't good. This is not good.
Yeah. And it wasn't so much that he was even doing that. He was just more so saying like the conversations about Marvel or is Marvel dead or blah blah blah. He's like, it's stupid conversation, which I do agree on that. I mean, the conversation is still conversation because that's what we do. We want to have those conversations. But I do agree that at the end of the day, they're not going to sell. That's what he was getting at. They're not going to sell Marvel. At the end of the day, Secret Wars isn't getting canceled. At the end of the day, blah 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 blah. But the conversation that we were having, Chill and I were having on Thursday morning or Wednesday morning was, there is still a possibility, and I know some people might disagree because it's an Avengers title, and I know I've even talked to people that have said they'll show up for Avengers films and Spider-Man and things like that. But even if it doesn't, well, that was his point too, saying if it doesn't make that 2 billion or whatever that Endgame made, it's like, so what, and blah blah blah. I don't know if I'd say so what, but for sure the conversation could be had or is being had that I don't think that they're going to hit that even with that Avengers title.
No, fuck no, they're not. Come on, man. Look, we got to be serious at this point now. Like, we got to start being adults about this situation. We've given them a lot of room, given them a lot of runway to turn this thing around. Like, we've been saying the same shit to them since Eternals. Since Eternals. They've had all the time in the world. They've had secret meetings at vacation getaways where they plan their next 10 years. They
were holiday getaways.
What's that?
The holiday getaways.
There you go. Yeah, the holiday getaways. Yeah, because we don't do vacations. They've had Kevin Feige right now, his treatment for the next 10 years of X-Men. And, they got back Marcus and McFeely, and they got back the Russo brothers, and they've had a lot of opportunities to make this shit right. And here we are.
But getting back McFeely is a big deal.
No, it absolutely is a big deal. My point to all of that is that here we are with Fantastic Four even slowing down even more than what we thought it was last week. Well, the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The podcast as a whole. But I mean, my dismay aside about their numbers, it's a much bigger L for Disney, right? To expect to be over 400 million this week, and you're sitting at 378, I think it was 375, somewhere in there. Like, you might not even hit the 500 million mark now. Like, that's a real possibility.
And they seem to be okay with that, judging from what Iger has talked about. Now, maybe that's just face.
Yeah, I was going to say how they posture. He also came out and said they're no longer going to be posting their streaming.
I saw that, and that's why I said. But then I saw that, and even the response that they gave, the reason is to me BS when he was like, "Well, we're at a point
where the numbers don't matter."
Yeah, where the numbers don't matter.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, man.
I'll say that the numbers are reflective of Brave New World, Thunderbolts, of like Quantumania. The numbers reflect what you've been up to over the last couple of years. This is a result of that. Like, unfortunately, people didn't want to show up and give Fantastic Four a chance who otherwise would have if they were enjoying what they were getting. If Marvel was really like had that momentum. So yes,
and I know that.
Yes, the Avengers won't make as much money as it would have if it was like in 2021 or something. The Avengers Infinity War and Endgame will both make more than Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think I can safely say that. For Doomsday, of course. Secret Wars, you never know. Maybe there's a good cliffhanger, maybe. But still making 1.5 billion, 1.5 billion. If you only spent 300 if you only spent 300 million, you get 1.5 billion. You're happy with that at the box office.
Sure, if you get 1.5. My thing is, though, with them is, okay, so we started out with Disney Plus saying that we wanted to be at, 200 million subscribers by a certain point, and we just kept kicking that can down the line. And now that we've seen that even after we acquire a whole nother popular streaming service and integrate it into our own, we're still under 200 million subscribers. So we're just going to quit telling you how bad we're fucking up. And that's where they're at today. In January, they had that massive exodus of subscribers. And I don't think that's the first time that that's happened to them either. But at some point, you have to be able to prove that you're still making money and that you're not just, fudging the numbers to keep yourself afloat. You got to be able to present something. If you're the big studios, the MCU, Lucasfilm, like they'll shit out a live action remake and fall into $1 billion every so often. We know that. It's what happened with Lilo and Stitch. It's what has happened with The Lion King, Aladdin. Like, they fall into $1 billion with those remakes. Sometimes they even get one with Pixar, right? Elemental caught people by surprise. Inside Out has been very popular. Moana, like they're so full of IP that they're able to hide their failures a lot. But with the bigger studios, right? If you get nothing but constant failure from Lucasfilm, which is what we've been getting for about, what would you say, since the last film? If you're getting nothing but constant failures from the MCU post No Way Home, it just feels like at some point you got to win somewhere. You can't just keep saying, oh, well, the box office doesn't matter. The subscribers don't matter. Well, then what are we doing it for?
Yeah, for the first time, remember last week we were looking over, Superman got $170 million because of these brand collaborations.
Yep, you're right on that.
You're basically saying that because we're all reacting to the box office. That's the only reason why this month of all, James Gunn wanted to let everyone know about it's 170 million. Think about the merchandise. And same with Disney. Think about the theme park. They have a new attraction with Thunderbolts, with every new movie that they do. So how do you put a price on that? Everything they do that's new, you'll see new money for it because
sure. But when you're putting these productions together, when you're sourcing your films, right, you're not putting up that budget with the idea of making it outside the theater. You're putting up that budget with what's obtainable to earn theatrically. And then if you don't make it up, okay, now it's time to pay these bills and make some more money. Obviously, you're always going to make product. You're always going to have merchandise to sell off of these films. That'll always be there. But the idea is to earn your income or your budget back on the film, the theatrical run.
Not with them. With them, they're
I just don't believe that. Like, I think that they saw the failure and got ahead of it and is trying to control the narrative about it. Nobody wants to spend more than they make back on a venture. That's just kind of basic economics. Nobody wants to go in spending more than they make. And plus, James Gunn is a habitual liar. So, like, anything that comes out of his mouth is just questionable.
Yeah. Indeed.
Here's some of those streaming services listed. Netflix with 301 million subscribers. This one's in India. Never heard of it. GeoStar. Then there's Disney Plus with 127. And Hulu's got 55 million.
And that's how they got to 180 is the Hulu numbers.
ESPN Plus, which is not going to exist anymore, is going to be defunct. It seems like what Disney's doing. So the total subscribers is 207 for Disney, but it seems like that 207 is not going to stay 207 because they're going to make a new sports streaming app. So ESPN Plus is gone. Hulu is going to merge with Disney, and these 55 million may not all convert over to Disney Plus, and some of them already are subscribed to both. I don't agree with the decision to get rid of Hulu and merge it with Disney Plus. But we'll see what happens though. If you guys go on Disney Plus, you know how they've got like Marvel, Disney, National Geographic, Pixar, Princess, and then it'll say Hulu right next to it, I guess. That's interesting. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it works out. I just, from everything I know, the subscribers don't convert over. They'll just go, oh, my subscriptions run out. All right. So if you can automatically
think about the price tag for the new ESPN app, $30.
I don't know anything about the new app. It's 30.
It's going to be $29.99.
You get football.
I guess you get everything that any of the premium, the fight stuff. There's probably the same stuff the ESPN Plus is offering, plus the PLEs for WWE. But $30, I was watching them on Peacock for the free ski. What are you talking about?
WWE, like they used to be people who paid for pay-per-views $40, $50, $60 about 10 years ago, which was great.
Yeah.
Then they put it on the WWE Network, and that was like a $10 app. Yep. And then then you got it cheaper for Peacock on free, right? If you watch Netflix Raw, these things are like, they're not pricey. Now to tell people $30 because once a month they will be an event with all these great matches, a WWE fan might be like, this reminds me of the pay-per-view era where I picked and chose which ones.
And this is also at a time where their live tickets have never been more expensive. Y'all, a floor seat at WWE will cost you more than a floor seat a floor seat at a WWE PLE will cost ringside. You more than a floor seat at the NBA.
Do you mean ringside or do you mean just on the floor?
I mean, anywhere in the general vicinity of the ring. So like at SummerSlam, they had all of those floor seats kind of behind the ring, away from because obviously it's in a football stadium. So it's a lot of space on the ground. So with stadiums like that, you can sit on the floor and be like several hundred feet away from the ring, but I guess it's a better POV for some folks. But that ticket right there, it's one of their bundle packages where it comes with the superstar events in the hotels and stuff like that. I was watching a YouTuber break down the packages. They have a gold, silver, bronze, whatever.
I didn't know you were that big a fan where you would watch a YouTuber break down ticket packages for WWE. I know you were getting back into it.
It hit home because I tried to last minute some tickets for my son when they came to Columbus, and that's just not something you last minute anymore. It's not. But the SummerSlam package, if you want to sit in a floor seat and go to the fan events and eat a little bit at the engagement events, $12,000 for the bronze.
Somebody's going to pay for it in Columbus.
Nash.
Someone's going to pay for it, though, and they won't visit Columbus often. They're going to hit new markets, and that's what they've been doing. They're going to Quebec City next week. They're going to places they haven't touched for a long time. So when they come, they'll suck the market dry, and you'll be like, oh, well, this is – unless you're in New York, Toronto, LA, you're going to be as a fan going, I don't really – I got to go. And what else comes here? And you do it.
This is a good point too, Rogue. So not only was it $12,000, it was $12,000 for one night. Are you kidding me? $12,000 for the lowest tier, and it's only one night, y'all. I don't know who they think they are. They must think that they got O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson, and Prince out there wrestling. I don't know. This is not even the golden age of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? If you still had prime Triple H, prime Taker, prime Rock, prime Stone Cold, maybe you can convince some folks to pay these prices. NBA courtside money for one night of a WWE PLE is outsane. It's insane.
It's outsane.
It's outsane. Yeah, it is outsane.
I was watching Torian the other day, and he was gonna say insane and stupid. He was like, "This is in stupid." I just made up a word. But look, to someone that is their Stone Cold Steve Austin, LA Knight right now is somebody's The Rock.
I don't agree. I don't think WWE superstars of today have reached some of them. I'll take that back. Some of them. A Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan at a certain time, Seth Rollins is very big, but the meat and potatoes of these rosters, like we had the Dudley brothers doing nothing but tag matches for almost a decade, and they are Hall of Famers, like bona fide first ballot. I watched another YouTube video today. For the longest, nobody ever kicked out of their finisher of the 3D.
Yeah, very protected.
Didn't know that. But like,
same with the Usos when they did the 1D finishing move, which is the same thing. No one kicked out of it until Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in that WrestleMania main event. That's why you protect the move so that you can get the shocking, whoa, this match still isn't over? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now they use the same 12 wrestlers on every live event. And it honestly, I think it's been a little bit hit or miss. The pay-per-views are also hit or miss. They're good sometimes, they're bad others. I just don't feel like they have as many people. There were people at the end of the roster that I cared about back in the early 2000s and 90s.
But not now, eh?
I don't give a shit about any of I'm tired of watching New Day and their guy that they added. Not Austin Theory.
Grayson Waller.
There you go, Grayson Waller. Even some of the Wyatt stuff is kind of running thin on me because first of all, those aren't my Wyatts. So it's getting a little laborious to watch SmackDown.
The Wyatts, Darius, are characters from the Weapon movie.
Basically,
he does. I'm trying to
do what?
Characters from the Weapons movie that you're hyped about, the Weapons one. That's who the Wyatt family are. They're like wrestlers. Yeah, straight out of a horror.
Oh, I didn't even. You had to walk me to that because I didn't correlate that. Yeah, I guess so. Sure. I don't even know.
You know Jade Cargill. That's all. You know what? I'm happy you know who Jade Cargill is, and that's the entry point with Darius. When she does something amazing, we'll play the highlight, and he'll say, "Oh, that's cool." That's the most we can get out of him.
I hate what they did to Jade at SummerSlam.
That's awesome.
No, it's
we'll
not.
Talk
awesome.
About that another time.
They built her up for months just to make her a fat cow for fucking Tiffy time to slaughter. Get that shit out of here.
On to the next topic. Well, we kind of were talking about streaming services and everything. So things are being reshuffled around over there in the streaming world. Do you two still have a Disney Plus account?
I have cable. It's free to me.
Yeah, you told me that. I should have remembered that.
Yes, I do.
That's how down bad they are. They're giving it away. They're giving the shit away.
Why do you keep your Disney Plus?
There's things outside of Marvel that attract me to Disney Plus. So like I'll watch Star Wars movies or Pirates.
Like the old
Depends
stuff.
on my mood. Yep.
You told me your comfort. You think you said Clone Wars? No, you said Avatar.
Big Bang Theory. That's HBO Max.
Damn, you got both of them for $2.99? What was they selling that shit out their trunk?
Black Friday deal?
Like what? $2.99. Shit,
there's a thing. There's like a competitive pricing. Maybe I'm not calling it right, but they'll know if you're needing, like, if you're a person who requires Disney Plus or not. I saw someone do a TikTok and they were explaining this, and they said that if they know you have a child, my mic.
No. I was telling Sanju to run it back because we just talked about that, about ESPN acquiring WWE rights.
All right. So if you have a child, you're sick, you're checking the price of medicine, and it's like 11 in the nighttime, they'll jack up the prices on your thing because they've got the information on you, like the data that you have on you. That it's crazy how like people will so the $2.99 price that you got for Hulu and Disney Plus, they gave you that probably because they knew you wouldn't spend the $9 because you don't have any of the other streaming accounts, and they have all this data on you to go, the only way we can make any dollars out of this customer is to reduce it. Yeah.
And that, folks, is why I try my best to stay off of social media, because that's all they're doing while you're on there is collecting your fucking data.
I'm grandfathered to Netflix. I think it's still $7.99 or $9.99. That's a good price. That's a great price.
Mine has been slowly creeping up too. I'm a little bit behind pace. So I have a no ad Netflix account for, I think it's gotten up to about 16, 17 bucks. That's where I'm sitting at right now.
Disney, Hulu, HBO Max for $10.99. I think that's also very good. You get a lot.
Very good deal. HBO Max is also free for me as well.
House of the Dragon, Lanterns, Peacemaker,
Mm-hmm.
some good stuff that's going to be coming to HBO Max. Harry Potter, that's going to be another one.
Harry Potter, yep.
It's going to be very weird. I know, like, it's just a race swap. I get it, but that same thing is going to be very weird.
I just want to see how I'm so interested to see how they handle the backstory, because everybody else is the same except for him. So it's just, I want to see how they're going to handle it, man, how they're going to address it.
Y'all say all this, but parents are paying like $14 for their kids to play Fortnite. Yes, there are some parents and some families in parts of the countries. Netflix for me is like $29 Canadian. I'm canceling that ASAP, to be honest.
$29 is egregious.
Yeah, that might only be 21 American, maybe.
They might be charging you for the password sharing, dog. You might want to look into that.
Netflix is pretty expensive.
If you want the 4K.
If you want the highest level of it.
Which you said you were allergic to. You said on a stream, you said that you have to be frugal and get the ads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I thought you were saying,
I
yeah,
always
say,
enter at the
absolutely
lowest tier
not.
service. The only reason why I don't have ads on my Netflix now is because I started the account when they didn't have ads. And it just carried over, yeah.
Oh, it's coming. They'll figure a way to like backdoor that little stipulation.
Right. I should probably stop talking about it. You know what I'm saying? They watching, they looking out for me right now.
They're gonna say back of the bus. Let's see.
WWE
is moving to ESPN, $30, shaking my head. Yeah. What if they give you more than 5 matches though? What if they increase the value of these premium events? You never know. That just means
that the live tickets are going to be even more expensive. Has Peacock's deal with WWE ran out? Is this just a new deal on top of the Peacock? Oh, so it's done in 2026.
Yep. Peacock is that's it.
I don't like that. I don't like it. They're making it a more premium product than what it needs to be. Wrestling was at its best when it was accessible to everybody on cable television. That's when wrestling was at its peak, when everybody could just turn on the boob tube and watch it. Now, making it a more pay-for-play service, you're going to shrink. That's literally what American tourism is losing at right now. Everybody's switching over to nickel and dime models, trying to squeeze every penny out of the American consumer that they can. There are no more pennies to squeeze. So if I'm a sports fan, which I am, and I have to cut an expense, be it college football, NFL, NBA, MLB, do you think that I'm cutting any one of those before I'm cutting WWE?
Some people will say yeah. Depends what you're more a fan of.
No people will say yeah. No people will say yeah.
Some people have WWE above NFL.
I don't think. Well, I don't watch NFL, so that's fine. I'm saying if you are a fan of a real sport, you are not. You're not. So if I told you that you can get all of your WWE PLEs, you can get them all, but you got to give up watching NBA for a year. You doing that?
That's hard, but yeah, I like WWE more than I like NBA.
Your league pass for.
I like the WWE more than the NBA.
Oh, that feels unique to me. Feels unique. I think most people enjoy the WWE, but they don't enjoy it as much as they watch actual sports. Now, what will save them is that ESPN airs all of those things, right? ESPN has NFL, ESPN has NBA, ESPN has all kind of sports as well. So it's not like you're necessarily missing out. But a $30 price tag to watch WWE now, I think we're going to be missing some pay-per-views.
You got to give me like NXT, or you got to give me like a weekly show also, not just the events, not just like
an additional one. Like,
I don't know what you could do, but There better be a special show, a documentary, or something that is added, like a talk show.
All this extra money that you're making off of people, like it doesn't feel like we're getting it back. You know what I mean? Like you're still writing arcs for your favorites. You're still, you're still like, I don't really feel with them splitting up the nights of some of these events that we're getting increased value. Like, if you're filling up the time with Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn, maybe this thing didn't need to be 2 nights in the first place. You know what I'm saying? If Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa are fighting for like the 20th time this month, maybe we could have done something else. Disinterested. Darius, you know who Solo Sikoa is, right?
Where do you want to take?
You said what now?
You know who Solo Sikoa is, right?
Oh no.
Where do you want to take this one? What's the next subject? We touched on Hulu and streaming. We did Gina Carano and Bo DeMeo. Where are we going next?
Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars. All right. Let's talk Star Wars.
Just talk about the Rey movies. Woo! All 7 of them that are definitely happening.
Hey. They're coming.
Darius?
She's coming.
No, she's not. I will Seth Rollins that shit as fast as I can.
We're talking Star Wars. We're going to jump over to our friend Star Wars Meg, talking about the update, the big changes, the reshuffling. This was 2023, remember? When we saw all of the new, things that we were promised. We were promised things in 2020, and here comes a change.
And announced the upcoming slate of films, but half of those are no longer really priority for Lucasfilm, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So as we know, there are 2 Star Wars movies we know for certain are going to happen: The Mandalorian and Grogu in 2026, and Star Wars Starfighter in 2027. Mando and Grogu is good to go. The first teaser trailer should be coming in the next few months, sometime this autumn, and Starfighter is getting ready to shoot, and we've already had tons of casting updates. In my last video, we spoke about Matt Smith. But in terms of the others, in terms of what's coming after those, we really don't know. And it's never about quantity. I'm ready to take on the next 2 movies and see how those go. But Lucasfilm themselves are the ones who overpromise. They're the ones who come up with these enormous, decade-spanning plans, and they never follow through. And it's going to be very interesting to see which of those they've announced are actually going to get made. The Mangold movie, Filoni's Mandoverse movie, which is separate to Jon Favreau's one, Taika Waititi's film, the Simon Kinberg trilogy, the Rey movie. But today we seem to have confirmation that Lucasfilm has changed their minds once again. Some of the original 2023 movie slate has been deprioritized, and that comes in the form of James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi. He's writing it with Mo Willimon, who recently confirmed the movie is still happening and the writing process is going really well. But it seems like it's no longer a priority for Lucasfilm. According to multiple sources, it was meant to be the one after Starfighter, so coming in 2028 or 2029. But I don't think that's the case anymore. According to a fresh update, James Mangold's going to move on to other things first. He was tired of waiting around for Lucasfilm to give him the green light. And so, I think another Star Wars movie is going to fill the 2028 slot, and I have a pretty good idea of which one that's going to be. More on this in just a second, but the big update is this. Deadline have reported that there is a strong possibility, so not confirmed, but a strong possibility James Mangold is going to reunite with Timothée Chalamet on a brand new motocross heist movie. It's not for certain, but if it happens, it could signal really bad news for a Star Wars movie, and that might be pushed back, similar to the movie by Sharmina Obaid-Chinoy. And so one by one, the original movie slate announced in 2023 is being nullified. And to make things even stranger, Rogue Squadron by Patty Jenkins could be back on the map. She's still adamant it's going to happen.
I actually want to see that one more than I want to see the
No,
James
you do
Mangold.
not.
What?
No,
A
you
Rogue
don't.
Squadron, if Starfighter works well, this will be the same things. They're up in their ships, they're fighting. This will be good.
Chill. What was the last Patty Jenkins project you watched?
Kal-El, no. It was a
Wonder Woman 1984. Okay? Patty's still rehabbing. She need to clear her head. Not a Star Wars project. Not until I see that she can direct a film again.
Mike said, "Is this AI?" No, this is a real person Star Wars Meg is a genuine human being. I will not
Ha!
hear it.
And just a few days ago, we got the working title for the Taika Waititi Star Wars movie, and that one was announced in 2020. So there might be a lot of changes happening. Movies we thought were dead could be coming back. And on the other hand, movies that were more or less a certainty to happen at some point are being pushed back. The Mangold one would be a massive loss. Based on the expanded universe books and comics, they can do so much with Dawn of the Jedi, 25,000 years before Episode 1. In terms of canon, character.
Okay, she just gives her opinion from there on. I think that's enough video. But
So let me
like,
get this straight.
what?
They delayed Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy and Mangold to bring back Patty Jenkins and Taika Waititi. That's the report. That's the point. They delayed Charmaine and James Mangold
Yeah,
for
deprioritize
Taika and Patty Jenkins.
because Taika's idea would be better.
I can't take this shit, bro. I really can't take it because it's so comical. It's literally what already happened to Taika Waititi and fucking Patty Jenkins. They got moved out of the way. It was all the rumors, all they got their stuff canceled. We're not doing that anymore. What we're really doing is this Dawn of the Jedi thing. And then we're gonna have this Rey movie with Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy. Are we literally just shuffling? We're just shuffling creators around. We don't really know what the fuck we're doing, but what we do know 100% is going to happen is that 7 Rey movies over the next 10 years is absolutely going to happen.
Okay.
Without a fact.
So what I'm hearing is Kennedy wants you to know that she's not just canceling Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy and James Mangold for nothing. It's because we got the old stuff coming on. So let that sink in. Let it be known that those are coming back. So it doesn't feel like I'm just, canceling. I'm not a canceller.
The problem is we weren't excited about them old shits either. Them old ones wasn't hitting either. We weren't excited about a Taika Waititi Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I don't have the Taika Waititi hate everyone else has. I remember he did the finale of season 1 of Mandalorian, and he did Ragnarok. It depends on what the story is. It depends on what he does with it. So I can't judge that one yet. We haven't seen it.
Darius, how do you feel about the Taika project?
Oh, it's not just the Taika project. It's all of the projects. This is why I try not to rage out every time, even in the mornings when we talk about Star Wars, because I'm the place that some people are at with Marvel is the place that I am at with Star Wars. And it's because they have no clue what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, you've got in 2020, Patty Jenkins is maybe doing something. You got 2021, nope, she's gone. You got 2022, whisper she might be coming back. You got 2023, and with each of those years, every director has their own little slot with a story, like, oh, well, this happened with this, or well, this happened with that, or we took this off the table, or Kathleen Kennedy's leaving. Nope, joke, I'm staying. John Favreau's leaving, and all this kind of stuff. It's just like, this is why when people say, what project would you like to see done in Star Wars? None of them. I don't want like people like Mace Windu show. No.
I'll take that.
I don't want any of it under this regime, even if it's Bryce Dallas Howard. I don't want any of it under this regime because they don't have a flying clue of what they're doing. When we're talking an Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2, what is he doing? Why are you messing with him? He shouldn't be doing anything but sitting his old ass out there in the dunes watching Luke. That's it. Occasionally coming across Chrysanthemum.
You know why they're talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2? Because of Andor. Because Andor kicked the ass out of any other thing that was on Lucasfilm's television. So they're going to try and put that Andor stank on Ben Kenobi in season 2. Mock my words. If they have a season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, it will mock the tone. I wouldn't even be surprised if Tony Gilroy went and brought on to help. To help craft the project, because
no light for episode 1, he loses his lightsaber. He spends the next 5 episodes trying to find it.
Oh, okay. So it'd mirror season 1. When did he finally take out the lightsaber in season 1?
No, yeah.
It was a while before he finally took the thing out. And then, even then,
But it's star power. That's why they're using Kenobi.
it didn't work the first time, though.
It got views. It worked in that way.
Okay, I'll give you that one. It did get views. It worked, but the conversation, the division that it caused, I don't think that you don't get those same views that second time around. It's kind of like we were talking about the other morning when you were like, "Well, what if they brought Palpatine back again?" People are like, don't get me wrong, bro.
Please don't.
I love Darth Vader. That's my favorite character in Star Wars. It's really close with Palpatine. I go back and forth, but I don't. Can we move? Can we get away from the Skywalkers? Like there's so many other people that we could be circling around to and things like that. Now, when Hayden Christensen says there's a lot of story left to tell with Vader, and he would like to, there are some things I would like to see with Vader. I would like to see some of those things brought to life. But again, under this regime, I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. And it's not even like Dave's there. People are like, oh, well, Dave's there. Yeah. Well, Dave's been there, and shit's still been shit.
Dave's never been there from the inception of Acolyte, from the beginning of Andor. Dave wasn't there from the start, like he's going to be for a lot of these new things.
We had this conversation the last time. Dave had the conversation with Leslie Headland about Plagueis. So he knew. And you still put Plagueis in there as if he's on the Epstein files creeping around the corner. So it's like, no, he knew. Dave's been there. He's been there. I love Dave, but Dave's been there.
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, until there's a change of leadership at Lucasfilm, I can't take any of this seriously. It's too much up and down, back and forth. There's no. It doesn't feel like anybody's driving the ship. It feels like they're all yelling in the back about who should be driving it. Like, it just does not feel like this is a very organized, efficient studio.
And that's what this was, though. This was, let's prove we're organized. Let's have this release that after 2028 and 29 and 30, these are the things that are coming, so that we look organized. On my way out, this will be her last year. So we believe, so has been reported that she's on the way out. It is August, and there are 5 months left for her to.
Who did they look organized to, though? Like,
I don't know. Whoever this is meant to convince that she has everything under control, and she's not just canceling Sharmino Baechenoy's movie for what's it called? For Rogue Squadron.
Patty Jenkins
and Taika Waititi.
Well, that Sharmino Baechenoy doesn't need to do hers at all.
Because it's about Rey, or because it's with her directing?
Because of what?
Why shouldn't she do it?
Oh, because I mean, when you're up there on the stage, or whatever stage it was, whatever event she was at, when she was like, Star Wars has never had any powerful women. Hard stop.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
Yeah, get off the stage. Get off the stage.
She likes to make men who are oppressive uncomfortable. I don't think she meant all men ever.
Not what she said. I take people at their word.
Man.
If you mean something, you should say it. I hate that whole, oh, well, if you were offended by my statement, that means you're the wrong type of man. No, that means I speak English, and I took you at your word.
I'm going to side with you because I believe you got to pick your words correctly, especially in this age. But the context of that ceremony, that what her filmmaking and everything, I think I know what she meant by men. But sure, yeah, be more better with words. What was Darius saying?
What was your question? Oh, just because she was like, there's never been any strong female, and then the other statement that Marcus added, but there's never been any strong female characters in Star Wars, and it's like, okay, well,
Padme and Princess Leia.
Yeah, what Star Wars have you been watching?
Change of leadership, folks. The only thing that's going to make this stuff better.
Oh yeah, and Rogue Comics. Yeah, I know the Star Wars community is member since 2002. So yeah, I know how divisive this community is.
So if it's not 7 Rey movies, Do you think that they're just going to add her into the Starfighter and the Patty Jenkins movies if that's what we're doing? Do you think she'll just have appearances in those films, or are we getting full blown Rey movies if she has a chance to make them?
I don't know, but whoever the new leader is, better not say we're doing the Rey movie. I actually better hear him say, I don't want to do Rey. I want to focus somewhere else. You say something like that, you don't even have to make an announcement of what you are doing. All you got to do is say, my vision of Star Wars is building off of what episode 6 ended with. I'll be like, yeah, hey, that doesn't sound half bad. And then talk about, oh, well, the sequel trilogies, we respect the great work from Kathleen Kennedy, but that's not I want to leave a mark of my own. And I'll be like, hey, that sounds like we're not going to be stuck to what the sequel trilogies put in the ground. Yeah. All you got to do is like say some slick stuff that is, that was Kathleen Kennedy. This is me, whoever the new guy is in charge.
You could pull a James Gunn and be like, she was never the new star of Star Wars.
Yeah.
She was never hired, so we couldn't fire her. She was never hired, so we couldn't fire her.
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna do them. I think she's gonna be here. I've always thought that.
The movies?
Oh yeah, maybe not all 7, but she's definitely getting. She's definitely getting a couple fingers.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I think so. I just because I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not like they even have anything really outside of what's announced right now. Starfighter, Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mangold's the one doing Dawn, and he's the one that's supposedly
He ain't doing shit. He about to go work with Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, I know. That's what I saw that report. That's the film they were gonna, or some heist film or whatever, with him and his brother, or him, something. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know, man. It's not as. I'm just even thinking like, what? I'm not looking forward to Starfighter. I mean,
I know the Dave Filoni film will happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that will happen. I'm just looking forward to right now Maul, Ahsoka, Dave's film. That's on out of their list that they've got. That's it right now. I'll go see Mando Grogu, of course. I'll be there day one. I'm gonna go see it, but I'm not counting down to May. What is that? 2026. I'm not counting down. I'm not counting down to that. So I'll be there. And then maybe once the trailer. I mean, I've seen the trailer. They should, the one from Celebration.
I think that they have the plan and the infrastructure to take Rey into a whole nother decade with Kathleen Kennedy, I think is a little foolhardy. Now, will they make another Rey appearance? Will she be in another movie? Most likely, because I think with what's happening is that she's kind of stacking the deck, right? Like, oh yeah, Patty, come on back, but you're gonna have Rey in your movie. And Tycho, yeah, come on, you can make your movie, but put Rey in it. And the Simon Kinberg movie is gonna be featuring Rey, and the Starfighter movie is gonna be featuring Rey. Like, if y'all not gonna let me get these movies off, I'm going to greenlight all of the treatments that include Rey, and then those movies are the one that get added to the pipeline. And then even after I'm gone, come hell or come high water, you're gonna have to cancel the whole fucking slate if you want Rey gone. You want Rey out of here, you're gonna have to cancel everything. Ain't no transition. Start from zero. Which, who's gonna want to do that if you're the new head of Lucasfilm? She's trying to ensure that her reputation lasts. Does that mean we're going to get every one of these projects? I don't see how that could even be possible with this leadership. I don't even see how that's possible. Even if we all threw our hands up and said, fuck it, I give up, Lucasfilm, do whatever you want. She doesn't have the wherewithal to get all of those projects to the finish line.
This comment reminds me of Tupac at Hit 'Em Up. Like, you get a seizure or a heart attack, don't you have sickle cell or something? I think Graves' disease is what it's called, right? What's it called?
Who is
Graves'
that?
disease?
Rey or Kathleen?
Daisy Ridley?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was suffering from something that she revealed. Aggressively relaxing. Holy shit, guys. The full quote can be watched on YouTube. And it's about her movies highlighting violence against little girls, making men uncomfortable. But that's not what the quote said. The full quote was, I love making men uncomfortable.
Men uncomfortable. That's what I heard.
I'm talking about her talking about no strong women in Star Wars. My point with me even saying that was when you bring people on to Star Wars, I just need them to know just maybe an ounce
something
of the material, because when you come in saying there's never been any strong women in Star Wars, again, hard stop. You don't know what you're talking about.
And I'll take the charge against men. I'll take the brunt of that and respond to it. If, like Darius said, you're not even well read enough in the franchise that you're entering to know that there are already strong women here, how am I to trust you giving me an education on misogyny or whatever it is you like to make men uncomfortable about in terms of violence against women? Like, why should I trust you with that lesson if you're not even doing the due diligence on the new product you're selling? You haven't even read, you haven't versed yourself in this universe. Why would I trust you to hold my hand and take me down a road of enlightenment?
Are you kidding me? She's perfect to write X-Men 97.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, Charmaine.
Oh, beach.
But as far as the Star Wars projects, that's the ones I'm looking forward to. Just Maul and Dave. Dave's 2 projects and Maul.
Hey, Sean Levy is a qualified creator, so if he wants to do that, let's see what he does. Or Ryan Gosling in Starfighter.
Shooting. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money. Playboy, your time's up.
Time's up. Thank you, Michael Nemo. What a 5's that? Imagine a male director being hired onto a 70% female audience franchise and says he likes making women uncomfortable. Ooh, what do you got to say to that? Aggressively relaxing. Imagine that. Now, is it 70-30
go over well
between men and women? I didn't know it was that severe, that extreme, like 70-30. That's how many male fans show up for Star Wars compared to women.
It's got to be somewhere close to that. Yeah. It's a male-dominated franchise, man. It's always been that way. I don't even know why it's that confrontational. Now, it's not like there aren't women within the fan base. It's not like there aren't strong female characters within the lore. It's just that fantasy is a typically male realm to sell to. It just is what it is. I don't see a bunch of chicks playing D&D.
Too easy. Aggressively relaxing says, if you read these books, comics, play these games, and watch the shows, you would know everything is building up a big bad for Rey to fight. Oh, well, yeah, that's what
Definitely don't read the book, the comic books. Absolutely not.
That's what all these things were building towards, bro. Clones and Rey. Here comes all the fighting for Rey. Yeah, I don't think.
I aggressively disagree. And the reason I do on that is because I do read the books and I have read the comics and I do watch the shows. I am as I've said many times, a bigger Star Wars fan than anything that we talk about. So when I say I'm disconnected, it's coming from a place of a huge, massive fandom for the franchise. And no, I disagree with that, because in those books and things, sometimes that one book can lead, or that culmination of books, if you're like reading the ones, for example, if you're reading the Dark Empire, the Thrawn series there, that leads to Thrawn, nothing more than Thrawn. So there's not always a big bad that's like the bigger bad or boss that you're leading to. And if you are going off that metric, then she's already done that. Her big bad was Palpatine.
It was Palpatine. Yeah. How much of a bigger bad can you get?
Yeah. If we're going off that metric, she's already done that. Her big bad was Palpatine. And not only that, as I stated on the last time we talked about this, me and Chill, they have completely botched everything with that. Even if they were building more to a bigger bad, you already spoiled it. You already fucked it up with somehow Palpatine returned. What are you going to do? Have Palpatine return again? You killed
somehow
Snoke,
Palpatine returned.
who was much cooler, in my opinion, than somehow Palpatine returned. And then you tried to have Palpatine return by botching what you're talking about from those books and comics and things, by botching the cloning story that he goes through. So no,
they killed the main villain in the second movie of a trilogy, and that's Kathleen Kennedy. You get to do a movie, then you direct a movie, then you direct a movie. Yeah, that's how trilogies work. You can write whatever you want, and you can write whatever and then you write what you want. Trilogy. 3.
I was like, maybe he's not dead. Like maybe, but then I saw he cut him in half. I was like, no, he dead. No, he dead. He dead for real.
Shoot, what was I gonna say though? Franchise says he likes women making uncomfortable. No, I said it already. Yeah. Oh, this is what I was gonna say, because you were like, they're building up to something. You know what would be cool though? Like a Star Wars movie that introduces a new threat within that movie. So what if they're building up to something with teases and hints and stuff like that? Yeah, bro, I would watch a Star Wars movie with a brand new guy who just got his Force abilities, and he's like, "This is great." And then like he force pushes the wind to steal an apple, and he's like, "This, oh my god, this is awesome." He force pulls, he force does this and force does that, and he's like learning basically the wrong ways, and he gets more corrupt. That could be the beginning of that. Could be his backstory. That's a montage of just where this guy, how he gets to the dark path, because he had no guidance, and that's why the Jedi are so important. And when we got this guy who's now a villain versus some good guys who maybe knew him in childhood, and they were like, "You can't, no, you gotta stop," like, we can bring you back. Like, that would be very interesting to me. A brand new character doesn't need to be built. Well, they're building up to it, so we got to commit to continuing with Rey. The audience will speak, has spoken, and because of the Gina Carano settlement, it feels like they're listening to the audience of Rey hating men, and I think that we're not going to be getting Rey. I think they're going to keep kicking that can down the road further.
And I'm going to say this, like I say it every time. You don't even have to do all that. Like, you don't have to bring in no convoluted story like, oh, this guy is, and then this, and then go, and then we can do this. You have literally, as I've said, 12 plus years of content if you would just dip your hand in Legends. That's all. You don't even have to make up characters. They're already there. The story's already there. All you got to do is find a director. You want to tweak some things in the writing just a little bit? Sure, fine. Story's already there. There's stories there. You don't have to bring in people to make up stories for Star Wars. They're already there.
I think Bo DeMaio's explanation is probably the same over there at Lucasfilm. I think the people making the decisions hate that shit. I think they hate being beholden to someone else's story.
That's why she banned Legends.
Trying to bring in older writers to, bring projects along or to consult. They hate that shit, because when you do that, then they have to share the glory. Kathleen Kennedy, if she showed me anything, she's willing to eat failures in the face before she will ask for help to bring a project to, and then share in the accolades. If she was willing to do that, she would let Dave and Favreau work. She wouldn't be over their back so much as she would. She wouldn't shuffle directors as much as she does. She wouldn't bring on people to write treatments for Star Wars and then shuffle them aside like she never hired them.
Let me have this one again.
Oh, I wanted it.
No, you can go. You can say what you can say what you want to say too. Ray's box office says different. Ray's line at Disney says different. And this and every other show on the internet covering every mention of Grandmaster Skywalker Return says different. And
Grandmaster Skywalker, you need to exit the chat, brother.
So let me start with the first. Ray's box office says different. It's not Ray's box office. And that's funny that you say that. It's the Star Wars box office. So something that we've been saying in the past couple of weeks when we've been talking about box office is that the Superman name alone carries that box office. That is incorrect, and we've seen that. What is correct with Star Wars is that name does carry a box office. And we saw that even with two, because I like The Force Awakens, I tolerated. It's fine. It was their first leap back in. We thought we were going somewhere really good. People tolerated 2 shitty films. Even after episode 8, people still went and made Rise of Skywalker $1 billion film, knowing full damn well what we were getting. So it's not Rey people were going to see. People hate Rey. I don't know if this is known. People hate Rey. You can literally YouTube videos. There's a video, a famous video that has gone viral of the people in the theater watching her say at the end, "What's your name?" And they say, "You better not fucking say it." Oh my God, that's not her name. Because people hate that. She's not a Skywalker. You made this character up and then made her one of the most important, a part of the most important family in the entire saga. No, so people hate. So it's not her carrying the box office. It's literally the name Star Wars. Next, Rey's line at Disney. I don't go to Disney. I haven't been at Disney. I wouldn't even again say that that's Rey. That is the literal fact that me, a human being, can step on a place that I've watched on TV called Batuu. If I can step on any type of, I'm not even a sequels fan and I want to go to Batuu. Why? Because it's Star Wars. It's Star Wars in real life. No one's lining up for Rey. But again, I haven't been to Disneyland. And then the last thing you said there, Grandmaster Skywalker's return. Again, don't know if you knew this, brother. They killed him. There's no return. He's dead. There's no return for Grandmaster Skywalker.
I think he was meaning.
You're talking about
Rey is the new Jedi Grandmaster Skywalker. She's Grandmaster Skywalker.
Into that.
Hey.
Yeah, right.
It feels like a psyop. It feels like a psyop. We got people in the chat saying they like Rey.
That is not an accident. He is not. We can't air the words that you just said to the microphones. The box office is. Wait, are you muted on purpose, Darius?
Yeah.
Okay. The Rey's box office, not her box office. When Star Wars grosses $2 billion coming out of it, then Episode 8 makes 1.3. Then Episode 9 makes only just barely got through $1 billion. You have to say that the quality or there's something happening in these Star Wars movies to make less more people interested. He's hit us back with this one. Yikes. With a library card in the app Libby, you can catch up on your Galaxy Faraway reading for free, helping you have a clue about what you're talking about. Start with the Thrawn trilogy.
Brother, I have the Thrawn trilogy. What does that have
to do with Rey? Is Rey in the Thrawn trilogy and I didn't know about it?
I don't know why we're jumping. Pull that comment back up for me because we're jumping. Yikes. With a library card and the app Libby, you can catch up on your Galaxy Far, Far Away reading for free, helping you have a clue about what you're talking about. Are you I don't know what that is in reference to because the Thrawn trilogy has absolutely zilch to do with Rey. Again, Thrawn ascendancy sitting over there on the shelf. We can go through Dark Empire. We can go through where you want to go with Thrawn. So I mean, I know my Star Wars. I know my Star Wars better than I know my actual U.S. history. So you want to quiz me on Thrawn? You want to start with Thrawn? Let's go there. But you came in with Rey. I don't know why we jumped to Thrawn. Did we jump to Thrawn because we're actually jumping to a likable character that has books that we can actually read about?
Yeah, let's see. What was the Thrawn line like when you went to Disney World? What was it compared to the Darth Vader line? What did the Rey line that you're talking about compared to these other great characters? What was it compared to them? Because I don't know. And that's very subjective and it's not like fact based. And there's no website I can see to what the line up for Rey is. In Naboo culture, you get to choose.
Okay, now I don't even know why we're even, so now we can move on because now we're going somewhere completely different. It started with Rey is the Grandmaster Skywalker. Now we're talking about choosing our names in Naboo. So peace out. I'm good on that one. I'm point proven.
Michael Bay. So we read that Michael Bay is exiting Netflix's Will Smith action film Fast and Loose. The streamer is hoping for a 2026 shoot for the feature. Previously had David Leitch attached to direct. Will Smith was going to star in this Netflix movie, and Michael Bay was going to, the guy who did Bad Boys 2 with Will Smith. He even cameoed in the third Bad Boys movie. Fast and Loose focuses on a crime boss who loses his memory, an attack, and gradually learns he was leading a double life as a CIA agent. So, how do we feel about that story? Let's just start there.
I don't like that he's leaving a Will Smith project, but I do like that he's doing Transformers again. That is what I do like out of this.
Literally the worst thing you could possibly say, because I was
Nope.
trying to say
It's
something.
a dirty segue. It's a dirty segue. Just take
All
it.
right, well,
Ride with it.
I know what you mean. Like, I get why you would go there right now, but I don't have the article open. So that's what I meant by, like, damn, the worst thing you could have said.
Sounds like somebody was unprepared.
I like that too. I like that he's coming back to Transformers. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh no, Michael Bay coming back." I like the first few Transformers. I think they're good. I think they're better than what they just recently gave. And I don't like the Wahlberg ones though. Those ones, oof, yeesh. Actually, that one with the little butler droid. The is that the one with the
losing me, dog?
Oh shit. The first Wahlberg one, I think. That one wasn't bad. But I like Michael Bay coming back to Transformers. Now, him parting with Will Smith on a Netflix series, is it because he slapped Chris?
No, I think it's because he's doing Transformers.
Oh, well, then I'm fine with that. Will's got other movies or other things he's gonna do. Didn't the guy that plays Optimus Prime's voice in the originals, did he pass recently or retire? Something I saw on that. Maybe not.
I don't even know who his voice is. Who's his?
I know it's the same guy though.
Well, you got to start there. Get him back.
We bringing back Sam Witwicky?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's bring back Sam Witwicky.
Absolutely. There are so many little theories on, like, in the Transformer spaces online about, like, you know how we are constantly talking about, the rumors for the movies. There's like this long going rumor for a Transformer movie with a plot and everything with Shia LaBeouf, but I don't think it's real, but it's dope. The little plot.
They kind of need the full circle moment if they're going to bring back Michael Bay. It kind of only makes sense to bring back Shia, right? Like I feel like you said, you tried it with Mark Wahlberg, that went the way it went. We did the latest one with Anthony Ramos. Transformers 1 did okay, but that was an animated flick. I think it's time.
Those Shia's ones are just that, man. You can go back and watch that 07 one.
But no one wants to work with him. He's insane.
Didn't he? He was working in
He did,
what movie was that? The Francis Ford Coppola movie that came out
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? I think if we're talking about the same movie.
With who was in that damn movie? It was like Metropolis or some shit like that.
Oh, Megalopolis.
There you go. Megalopolis.
Okay, no, I was talking about, was it The Broker or something?
Huh?
I'm looking for it.
I
thought it was The Broker or something like that.
A more accurate statement has never been made in the chat. Would have been a perfect Moon Knight. But by then he was tripping at that moment. I don't think they could have casted him when they casted Oscar Isaac. Unfortunate timing.
I thought he just did a movie in, like,
I'm sure he did movies, but were they like studio movies? Do they trust him
no,
now?
this one was I thought it was I'm trying to find it, but I don't see it on his. Maybe that's just on this. I should go to his IMDb instead.
Okay. So nostalgic bait movie?
Absolutely. Yes. Spider-Man No Way Home. Deadpool Wolverine. Yes. Yeah.
Him.
That would be dope.
And Bernthal would have killed it together. Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, The Brokers was very good.
Yeah, that's it. Brokers. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you. That's it. Brokers.
You don't want to say your screen name. I'll say it. Doc. Thanks, Doc. First Transformers was the first midnight flick I took my kids to when they were 7. After Jazz pissed on John Turturro, I realized those movies were trash and was hoping DCFS wasn't waiting.
I saw. Well, I was in 7th grade when that 7th, 6th grade. I was in middle school when those came out. So I went with a friend and his dad during the summer and absolutely loved it. Still to this day, loved that movie. The sequels, love them.
DCFS was waiting to nab me for child. Okay, so I guess that's like a DCFS is
like the Department of Child and Family Services. And called DCSS. Some of them dyslexic. They favorite 50 Cent song, 12 questions.
okay.
Shout out to Kanye West.
What's happening, family? Thought I miss y'all tonight. Nope, you're here.
Dwayne
Shia
Coleman,
did-
what's up with that Billy dog? You owe me $1.
Shia did Salvable, which is a 6.3 rating. Salvable? Is that a movie? All right.
Mm-hmm. It's on his list here.
There's another movie where he was like playing like a Mexican cartel member. He like completely changed his appearance. Got some fake tattoos.
I like Shia LaBeouf.
He's a very good method actor.
The Transformers direction is going to a G.I. Joe direction too. We got to think about that. Do we like it? And do we want Michael Bay behind it?
What do you mean a G.I. Joe direction?
The ending of the last movie, G.I. Joe is going to be attached to it because Hasbro owns both.
Oh yeah. That was the thing, wasn't it? What was the last G.I. Joe movie? Was it Snake Eyes?
Maybe.
That movie bombed too.
So all you need is someone who cares about continuity, and it makes so Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe, like the little card that Anthony Ramos character got, will like join together and build somewhere.
I didn't even finish. I think I fell asleep on because I watched it here at home. I think I fell asleep on it, so I didn't even finish it. So I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. And I didn't even go back to watch it because never had the interest.
Transformers has cool comics now with Daniel Warren Johnson. Transformers, I don't think is like a dead franchise. I think there's enough people there who remember it from when they were younger. And when I say younger, I'm talking about those 80s cartoons. And then there's enough people there who like because back in the 80s cartoons, it was, oh my God, Optimus Prime died. Let's fight back. Let's get the character back alive. He's alive. Boom. We did it. They're like, you're not going to forget that battle. So you're here in your 50s now. Then there's the people who, like you said, you were in middle school, love that Transformers era and kind of Bumblebee and all that stuff. So it's in pop culture zeitgeist. It's there. You just got to have a reason now to go and see a Transformers movie. And shit, what do you do? What do you like? Michael Bay, Crash Bang Boom is probably the best. You know, it's an option. I respect it. Going into the lore and learning about the Energon. It's like, how much of that can you put in a movie?
Autobots, let's ride.
Yeah. Transformers. I like Michael Bay, so I'm on board.
They ought to build to I think his name Unicron. Is that the big planet like a thing? They got to build to that. Whew.
They have a action figure of that.
I bet it's just as big as the Galactus popcorn bucket thing.
It's pretty. It is. So if you're into Transformers figures, there you go.
So like that's where they got to build to, and Michael Bay might be the guy.
I thought that was that not hinted at in the movie?
Hint. So that's a hint. Next movie's got to have a build, and then the final movie is the 2.5-hour spectacle.
Yeah.
Daniel Warren Johnson is leaving. Robert Kirkman is taking over. Those are some good shoes, though. I think Robert Kirkman doing a Transformer comic. Yeah. That's great.
You know, one of Shia LaBeouf's best movies is Disturbia.
That was a good one. That was the one where he was like on house arrest. He was trying to stop the dude from killing his mom.
Yeah, his neighbor was a murderer. He got too nosy on house arrest, accidentally got caught, and boom, boom, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Bumblebee was a good movie. That was the 2018 film.
Yep.
No, I've never seen that one. Never seen that one.
That was the 2018 film
Still
with the
a
black lead.
Caucasian female. Sure
but
wasn't
you
here
stuck
no
your coots down
biracial in
my
that
tongue.
movie, was we?
Yeah, but you stuck your tongue down my coots. That shit's funny. I saw that clip saved on my phone.
I thought you changed your mind.
Yeah. She said, yeah, I heard you. Until you stuck your tongue so far down my coos, I thought you might have changed your mind. That shit's funny. Funny. Yeah, that's when she was a white woman. But I've never seen that movie.
Hey, girl, hold on now. Too loud. Chill out.
I have never seen her Bumblebee movie. Doesn't it connect, or isn't it supposed to be in the same universe as
Barely.
this new one? Yeah. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Michael Bay.
Caliber, appreciate you. Peter Cullen is the voice of Optimus Prime.
That's right.
Yes, that sounds right. Thank you.
That's right.
So Michael Bay, Transformers. Yeah, he might revive it. Everyone seems to be happy with this one. That's one more movie to be excited for next year. It feels like the movies are coming back. You know, it's kind of like Jurassic is back, and Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. People say it was good, so I'll give you that. People are happy now with some of these major franchises. Star Wars will have a movie a year, and James Gunn, he gave us a good one. And now I hope that the Super Family can give us what we want. The Super Family.
I don't want him writing that, but it is what it is.
That's where we're going with the sequel. Is straight to Super Family. It seems fast, man. That seems pretty fast.
And he's writing,
especially because we didn't get a Superman that was like matured, I guess, like kind of in the swing of being Superman. It still kind of felt very early for him. So, I mean, leapfrogging into the sequel and being a family, feels like we're jumping a little too far.
It is. And to network, yes, he did confirm it. He was on Twitter or Threads, whichever app he's feeling chatty on that day. He was on one of those and said that he's already got the story. I'm thinking verbatim here. He's already got the story well planned out. He's in the middle of writing or well into writing or something like that.
So no chance that he's not going to be on Superman 2 then. He's definitely going to be on it.
And he's still not calling it Superman 2.
Article's
it's
up.
Just a sequel that involves with Superman being.
Let's read the article. Following Superman and Warner Brothers announces James Gunn is now writing and set to direct the next installment in the Super Family. But what is it? Following the launch of Superman DC Universe, steward James Gunn is now writing and preparing to direct the next movie in the Super Family, Warner Brothers has announced. That this is the quote that everyone's going crazy over from David Zaslav. The beginning of a new era for DC Studios. We're thrilled to share that James Gunn is already writing and preparing to direct the next installment within the Super Family, Zaslav said. And I want to say this clearly and loudly. There's no such thing as the Super Family. Zaslav was just talking, and he was like, Superman, Supergirl, Crypto, Super Die, Super Family. There's no much don't think about it too hard. That's all he's meant when he said Super Family. There's gonna be a Superman. There's gonna be, we want to give away the plot. Super Family. Yeah, there he goes. It's that simple. Okay.
It's not that simple because it's not. James Gunn said it himself.
Oh, then I want to see him say it. Please pull it up.
Okay, sure. I have it right here for you.
I thought you were going to say James Gunn is a habitual liar and you don't believe him. That would have been a better excuse.
No. I'll see it and believe him.
That nigga be lying.
Hey, James Gunn, is it true you're preparing for the next installment with the Super Family? I am actually past preparing it and well into writing. Exactly the quote I just said before we read the article.
God. Okay. James Gunn didn't say the word Super Family or call it that. Someone else
did.
He
didn't have to.
He's responding to the direct question.
When have you ever known James Gunn to not correct somebody that he's answering? When has he never actually the last time he said don't believe all that stuff, blah blah. Yeah, so He said it. That's what he's doing. He's writing it. That's why Zaslav.
We gotta wait 2 years to see if the movie is called Super Family or if they use the term Super Family in the movie to be like, oh, Chillmonger was right or Chillmonger was wrong. He said you already lost this one, Chill.
If he is writing a super family, what is it? What is that to you? Is that a good decision? Is it too early? Let's deal with it in hypotheticals then.
What do we mean by super family, though? We mean that a movie where both him and Kara L will be in the movie? That's cool.
Kara L and another installment. So like they're literally building out a conglomerate here. They're just
it's a third one.
Yeah, that's what it's. Are you working on another installment to the super family?
Feminist L Monger. I love the chat.
This could also be years after this first Superman film. So where more metahumans have come forward or whatever. You could get Steel in this or Connell.
Okay. Actually, there was a Superman family and the Super Team family comic books back in the day. I was aware of that just because I heard Robert Meyer Burnett say it on Campio. But back to the Super Family quote that you pulled up on the side. He doesn't actually use the quote. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. It's not like
even though he says I am, like that's just okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can pick and choose though with James. I've never known James to, when he does debunk things or when he comes out and says things, he says it like he comes out and says it. You asked for the proof, I gave you the proof. I know you can't hold your L, but hold it.
No, rewind it. You said that he used the term and he didn't use the term.
No, I said, and if anyone would like to rewind in the video, actually I have it pulled up on my phone here. I can rewind it and I can play it on what I said.
Rewind it. Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk about what that addition could be. All right, so we already got Kara. We got annoying ass Crypto. You got it up?
I muted. Yeah. Look. Whoops. Let's hear it. Let's watch.
Oh yeah, it's not that simple because James. It's not. Oh, I have it right here. He said it himself. You would need to go back some more. I have it right here if you just want to listen. To confirm it, he was on Twitter or Threads, whichever app he's feeling chatty on that day. He was on one of those and said that he's already got the story. I'm thinking verbatim here. He's already got the story well planned down. He's in the middle of writing or well interacting or something like that.
You holding down when you get to the 3 times speed.
Sorry. Said he was on Twitter or Threads, whichever app he's feeling chatty on that day. He was on one of those and said that he's already got the story. I'm thinking verbatim here. He's already got the story well planned down. He's in the middle of writing or well into writing or something like that. So hold your L. That's not what I said. I did not say he was writing Super Family. I said exactly what this picture says.
That's amazing, but I think you were playing it while I was playing it. You literally said that James Gunn used Super Family.
What are you talking about? I just played it.
Say that.
I know, but that was like one of those selective things where you...
No, you're being selective with your L's.
Okay, here.
Hold it.
Here's the...
Hold it and move on.
You're going to talk over it so that it never gets to play it.
Play it. Play it. Play it. If you want to play it, play it.
Super Family. Yeah, there you go. It's that simple. Okay?
It's not that simple because it's not. James Gunn said it himself. When did I say Super Family?
What else is it?
No. Hold on. Moderator. You were being a stickler saying that he wasn't confirming it because he didn't use the verbiage. Then you said to Darius that you said that he used the verbiage. Darius then played his
thank you
clip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He played his clip where he didn't say that. He just said that he retweeted it.
My solo was all about super family and how that
doesn't
means
matter.
nothing. Yes, it does matter because
It
that's what
doesn't.
it was.
Anything you say now, it really doesn't matter because you just went through this whole entire thing where I just proved you wrong
No,
again
you didn't
in
prove
front
me
of
wrong.
everyone.
You didn't prove me wrong in
Yes,
front of
I
everyone.
did. I did. You
I-
said that.
I-
You said
I
he's
stopped
not writing for
everything
Super
to
Family.
say-
I showed you. James Gunn said I am actually preparing and well into writing. That's what he said. That's
Yeah,
what
but-
he said.
The man
But you're
retweeted
pretending
it
like
and
the
said,
it.
yes.
Oh, hey, this is a.
You
Darius
right.
Bill.
My bad.
When I stop for 30 seconds to, hey, everyone, stop overreacting to David Zaslav. He doesn't know Jack. He just calls it super family. And then you said, but no, but James Gunn did say it. It can only mean super family. I will not accept anything from you that you spin from it.
Even on that, when you
All right.
said that, hold on, because you want to keep going. Even when you said that, hold on.
To share that there's no such thing as the super family. Zaslav was just talking, and he was like, Superman, Supergirl, Crypto, Super Dog, super family. There's no much don't think about it too hard. That's all he's meant when he said super family. There's gonna be a Superman. There's gonna be, we want to give away the plot. Super family. Yeah, there he goes. It's that simple. Okay. Keep playing.
It's not that simple. I said it's not that simple.
James Gunn said it himself.
Oh, then I want to see him say it. Please.
Okay, so that's when we go into pulling it up. I said from your rant of saying it's not that simple, it's not that simple. And then I said James Gunn said it himself. When I said it, I'm not talking about Super Family. You were talking about Super. I said what he said. I'm writing it.
Oh, that's what you meant by it. Got it. All right. Now we had different it's. That's cool.
No.
You were saying, Marcus?
Oh no, I'm not involved. I'm just
yeah. Marcus. He knows.
Just watching.
he knows. It's and I know that you don't want to hold that, but that's what it is. He's writing it.
Said, put the L on your face. Put the L on your face.
It's there.
Reverse. Hey guys, who cares? Hey, look, I hope you guys all enjoy that. Super Family is coming out, and let's keep reading that article from David Zaslav and from my boy from James Gunn. We're thrilled to share that James Gunn is writing Super Family, but what is the mystery Superman follow-up? Gunn has spoken in the past about his next writer and director project for DC Studios, which sounds like it's sort of a Superman sequel, but isn't really. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Gunn confirmed he has already begun working on Superman's next DCU appearance, although he wouldn't go so far as to call it a sequel. What I'm working on is in some way, I mean, yes, was his response to Superman getting a follow-up movie. But is it a straight-up Superman sequel? I would not say necessarily. Here's what we know so far. DC Studios has Supergirl and Clayface coming out, and the next Wonder Woman, which doesn't have a release window, the Batman 2 from Matt Reeves, self-contained Batman epic, will begin shooting next spring with the release date set for 2027. Gunn has also talked about a Sergeant Rocket adaptation and a Justice League team-up starring Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. In February, Gunn and co-DC Studios CEO Peter Safran confirmed the Brave and the Bold will introduce a new Batman into the DCU, ruling out current Batman actor Robert Pattinson in the process. In TV, the Batman epic crime saga looks all that. Another quote. In a precise and measured way, the DC franchise will increasingly overlay across the studio's broader efforts from film and TV to consumer products, games, experiences, and social, Warner Brothers said. I wonder who that was. Superman is now a global box office of 551 after a weekend 4. Domestically, it added another 13 million last weekend, marking a stronghold of 45% to hit $316 million. Gunn has offered his thoughts on why Superman is doing better business in North American theaters than internationally. And you got to click on that to find out what that reason is. I'm not going to click on that to find out what reason it is, though. To me, it's like a vote of confidence to be hearing about it. Now, it took 4 weeks. Usually, maybe like the next week over or something like that is when you would hear these things. But it took 4 weeks. They're happy with the Superman performance. They're happy with its reception. And even though it's not what I wanted, which is that big $800, $900, $1 billion movie, they're pleased enough to continue forward with James Gunn. Supergirl better not flop though. Like he's not in the clear. He has to build that equity that I can make a mistake, I can drop the ball here and there. He's got to have to build that up. Good luck with Clayface, but Supergirl is probably going to be the one they judge them off of.
This is kind of why I was questioning, the communications when we were talking about, the things that Kathleen Kennedy was saying, and then we compared it to what James Gunn kind of says when he's talking to the public. Yes, while I do think Superman's going to continue, and that it is a good enough first step for the DCU, I think that coming out with your most profitable character, there is no other character in DC that has the marketability of Superman. To come out that strong, have it perform this way, have the financial news around your company is what it is, literally splitting the merger that you just did a couple of years ago, because it's not profitable. You'll make better profits spinning off the stuff that you acquired. And then you talk about Clayface and Wonder Woman being the next two projects, or not Clayface and Supergirl being the next two projects out. I still think he's closer to like not having it all together than we think, because there's just not a lot of there. The company is in dire straits financially. They don't have the type of down label wins that Disney has. Like they can't cover up all of these superhero losses with a Lilo and Stitch. They don't have it. Well, you know what? I take that back, because Warner Brothers has had a good year. They had Sinners, they had Minecraft, they had Superman. So they've had a decent year. I still don't think
that's not the only one that they have that were good. They got a very good year if you add Final Destination.
I don't know how much Final Destination made.
Not as much as Superman.
Yeah. So, they've had a pretty good year comparatively to Marvel. But again, it's so much of a larger company. Marvel is not spinning off Disney's not spinning off Marvel Studios because it's not profitable. You know what I'm saying? They're not spinning off Hulu. They're just integrating it into Disney Plus. When we talk about how much time he has, I do think he's on the clock. Like, yeah, we're moving forward with Superman because we have to, but we're going to be on your back about this one, because like we can't permanently give you the green light and you're not crossing the threshold financially. You got to start making this thing make money for us, for it to make sense. It's very expensive. The crowd seems to be leaving. And even when we gave you the best character that we got, it still didn't burn down the door. So there's still a lot of questions around this that I have. And for me, a positive sign would have been bringing on somebody else to do Superman 2, to hear that he's already writing the script.
I think their best character is going to be the Batman. I think that's going to be determined with because Superman is great. But obviously, I mean, when it comes to who fans love more, I think even more so well known is it not Batman. So once they do Brave and the Bold, we'll see. Where are fans going to be with Brave and the Bold? Is Brave and the Bold a $500 million film?
I don't see how it could be too far off from Superman, even if it's a better quality film. You're just talking about sheer size of the IP. If you had an enjoyable film, which I think he did in Superman, that name recognition should drive the rest of the box office, and it's not, at least not to the levels that they wanted. So now you run that back with Batman, who's as popular, maybe a step back or so, but I just don't know how we can walk into that with the expectations that it's going to be outperforming Superman, especially if it's a newer iteration. Batman 2, okay, yeah, we can expect something from that. What the newer one?
What did the first one make? The first Batman, Pattinson's,
was it
700 something?
7? Yeah, it was 7.
Oof. What did Dark Knight make?
$1 billion.
And so did Rises, right?
Rises, yeah.
Okay. His Joker did. Okay. I mean, I would hope Batman does. We'll see. I don't know.
Clayface could make people interested if they use Batman.
If he's there, but that means, like I said, I don't think that can just be like at the end of the movie we see, you know, in the sky, them calling Batman, or I don't think it can be like Gordon saying, "I know a guy," and it's like, "Oh, we know who he's talking about." Like, well, obviously they're in Gotham. It's Clayface. We know who he's talking about. So it's like I don't want to. And then it's like, oh well, we'll see him in Brave and the Bold, and then in Brave and the Bold he brings up the incident from Clayface. Oh yeah, like no, like I am so past that stuff with these shows.
Introducing Clayface before Batman is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, he's going to be filling this space with more characters he has to convince people about. Like, I think Supergirl is a somewhat popular character. People know her, but she's not synonymous, right? She's not a box office draw. Same thing with Clayface. Like, do comic book fans know Clayface? Of course. Has a comic book fan ever said, "Man, I can't wait to burn all my money on this Clayface movie"? No one has ever said that. So, like, you're going to have to convince people to get out and see these films. Whole time, you ain't pulled a profit on your universe yet. You haven't turned a profit on this universe yet.
Do you remember in Creature Commandos where the Batman does show up and they had a cameo? We talked about it here, and that was him. I recall James Gunn saying in a video, well, what we needed to do was look over it, and we haven't confirmed that he's wearing that. Oh, this is going to be so difficult because I don't know what the Batman is going to look like. We haven't decided that yet. He said that, when did Creature Commandos come out? Last December? November? When Creature Commandos happened? He didn't know that, but Clayface was like in development. So I don't think that Batman would be in the Clayface movie based off of that. Like, we haven't really decided what Batman's going to look like for Creature Commandos. It's probably because he's not in Clayface.
Well, then it goes to what we've all been saying about the Sony stuff and blah, blah, blah. James is so quick to criticize, throw these subtle jabs at Marvel without actually saying Marvel's name. In some of the quotes, he does say Marvel's name. But obviously you have not learned. And I'm not just talking about from Marvel, obviously from Sony as well. We have all watched the failed Sony universe. This stuff without the main character, it just doesn't work. And now I've been told by several different people that because this is a horror film, because this is coming out around October, because people really love horror, that this and this is rated R, and if it really is that horror element to it, don't underestimate horror fans, and that it could really pop off. I don't see that happening when you are. It's a Batman thing, bro. He only exists because of Batman. So you can get away with that with the Joker. You got away with it once. I don't know that you can again start doing these DC side villains, and then it's like, hey, he's doing all this shit, but the greatest detective in the world has not shown up yet. Like and again, these little nods toward the end of the episodes, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
No, I think Matt Reeves can. I think Matt Reeves absolutely can make you care about Batman villains without Batman being there. He's already proven that he can. But that doesn't seem to be the direction that they're going. So
the only thing I will push back on that is we saw him first in Batman that really made a lot of people want to go dive into that world more because we were all so much invested in Matt Reeves' universe. I think, again, you do a Clayface movie before. Now, I don't know, Clayface shows up in Batman's movie or something like that, then sure, you want to do, but then I think I could be wrong. Shit, maybe people show the fuck out for Clayface. But I want to let you know it is going up against. Isn't it Avengers Doomsday? Unless he moves that date, isn't it? What
Clayface is going up against Doomsday? Man,
unless
out earned Doomsday.
Oh, and that's not an unrealistic. I'm not
put
joking.
The fries in the bag, fam. Put the fries in the bag. Don't make that face, because I sure as hell didn't think that Superman was going to outperform Fantastic Four. And look where we're at. Look where we are.
And you got Supergirl, I think, what is it, coming out a month before Spider-Man. That doesn't really do anything for hurting her box office, though.
No.
But yeah. Clayface. We'll see.
Well, James Gunn directing and writing, taking him away from like that producer role is kind of worrisome. I do want to know that he's like involved with all these other projects so that they can be within his vision and they can build and connect and do things. And this may be a sign that there won't be connectivity. And I've heard him say other things like every movie's gonna stand alone on its own merits. And I was like, but I like things to connect. So I guess things are not going to connect the way that Marvel used to do great. Like, Agent Coulson was in every Phase 1 movie. We're not getting that here.
Then that's my issue. What do you mean? Not you. What does he mean? You literally just told us we have to watch Peacemaker season 2 to understand what the big event that DC is even building toward is.
It's a good hook.
He's a good hook. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I know the comment he said when everything's gonna stand on its own merits and blah 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 blah. I don't know if he's just more so meaning like it's every film's gonna have its own tone, but everything, because there's no way you can tell me to watch Peacemaker season 2 to understand what the DCU is building toward without everything connecting. Everything has to connect for me to know what DC is building toward outside of Peacemaker.
Casual fan jumps in, our favorite, says Supergirl is a month away from Spider-Man. Hey, a month away is a big difference from that 2 weeks that Fantastic Four and Superman had at it. That was, we can say now that was wrong, and it hurt both movies. Can we say that? We can all agree there on that box office math.
Definitely would like to see them a little bit more spread out, but they both were very confident. Superman was already there, I think, and then Fantastic Four moved, or was it the other way around?
Nobody ever moved.
No, I'm saying somebody occupied, like they gave the release date first, and then the other studio followed. I just don't know who it was.
It was in January 2023 when he announced Gods and Monsters. He said July 11, Superman. So it was up to Marvel to be, but respectfully, Marvel does always use that final weekend of July for lots of movies historically. So they can say like, that's our spot,
Yeah.
When does school begin in Ohio? For like primary school?
Last week of August.
The last week of August. And I heard someone say that they want the movie to come out before the kids are in school. And I know nothing about the business of making movies. Wouldn't you want the kids in school while they're talking to talk about what movie they just saw? So like, I can't wait.
They have a better opportunity to see it in the summer when they're not in school. They have more days to actually see
more hours in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. But the word of mouth factor also, like the lunch recess, you're wearing the Superman shirt? Okay, the movie's coming out. I think that helps, but there's a reason why
there's merchandising. So that's the kind of build, right? You have your blockbuster movie in the summertime, and then when it's time to go back to school shopping for the lunch boxes, for the thermoses, for the pencils, the folders, the clothes, the shoes, you release all your merch because kids are going back to school. They need new clothes, they need new supplies, they need new book bags, they need all this other stuff. That's when you release the merch for them to go back to school with.
See, okay, there I got my answer. In Canada, or at least in my province, the first Monday of September is like Labor Day, and then we got school. It's always like that. So we got a whole month.
They send us back right before Labor Day, and then like one of their
and then they're out there.
It's a holiday.
At least here, it's always they're out. When is Labor Day? That Friday?
Yep.
They're always out that Friday. Then they're out that following Monday for like a parent teacher something. I'm like, damn, how are you already having a parent teacher? What the fuck? Have you only been in there 4 days?
So they just gotta get your names. They barely know enough about you. They know enough to profile you though. See, it's the racism in the school system.
I was in Walmart today, and I was like, I feel like these kids just got out of school. Like I feel like my little nephew has just got out, but they're going like they got those aisles filled, backpacks all out, the little stands with your school on it so you can know what school supplies to grab. I'm like, that's crazy. It's already going back. They already got the signs up for the state fair. I'm like, damn, is it fair season already?
Yeah, our state fair just went by. We just had our state fair.
Hold on, I have a problem here because this is okay, casual fan. You can ask if how popular Supergirl is, but you're not a casual fan if you know that Christopher Nolan's movie came out on July 17th. You're not a casual fan when you tell me Moana live action is July 10th. That's not a casual fan comment. I don't know, man. Some people just lie with their usernames. Okay, that's the stream, everyone. Thank you for coming to another Pantheon edition. Hit up with the super family. We talked some wrestling and all the streaming services and some of the new things. Star Wars is dropping some old stuff for some older stuff because don't worry, those things were never not going to happen. And then when Kathleen Kennedy loses her job, it'll be the job of the new president to be like, I want a new direction. And she'll be like, oh, but if it were up to me, these things would have came to fruition. We talked Star Wars. We talked about, we didn't do The Office, bro. The Office is a new spinoff. See, that's why we do it. See, I'm about to close the show too early. The Office has a new spinoff, and the trailer for that is out. They're probably going to flag us, but was it Peacock doing it? The good thing about The Office is that it carried Netflix, like hours and hours of watch time from
What brings you to
You see it now.
I heard I saw somebody in the comments say maybe they're saving all the funny parts for the actual show.
Yeah, I would say in terms of comedy, for years I didn't think The Office was funny until I started watching it. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and actually start viewing the episodes.
You got to be invested in these.
Yeah, we're not invested yet. I'll give it a little bit of chance.
These men and women in the office, the paper, you got to care about them.
They need more cameos, though. I will say that.
Innovate sells products made out of paper, toilet tissue, toilet seat protectors, and local newspapers. And that is in order of quality.
Here is one of my articles I'm particularly proud of. I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm learning a lot.
It's gonna take a little time while you're waiting like a factory line.
My name is Ned Sampson. I am your new editor-in-chief.
Have you read this paper?
Uh-huh.
How do you think it compares to any other paper?
It sucks. But we are going to make it better. I hope it's not too disruptive to have me come in and sort of shake everything up.
Oh, no, don't be so self-deprecating.
Welcome, volunteers, to your first staff meeting as reporters for the Toledo Truth Teller. How many of you have actually written for a paper before?
I wrote a paper in junior high.
Not quite the same thing.
I've tweeted.
You've tweeted?
I'm in a group text.
This is terrific. Let's show them how it's done. 7 highly motivated, tenacious Buckeyes are out there hunting for news. You'd be a fool to bet against that.
Pause real quick. One of the things that I appreciated about the original, not the original, the American remake of The Office is how like they took the time to actually make it realistic. Like the whole idea of them being in Scranton, PA, they're going to local restaurants, they go to bars and stuff like that. Like they really played it up like they actually lived in that city. No one in Toledo is calling themselves a Buckeye. not a single soul. It's almost 3 hours away. It's closer to Michigan than it is Columbus. No one's calling themselves a Buckeye in Toledo.
That dude in Last Jedi, that was General Hux. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most people recognize him for his Harry Potter roles.
Not again. I'm not agreeing to any of this.
Oscar.
I will make this unusable. Use that.
Only on Peacock. And I feel sad for Peacock, man. They missed out because if they didn't put it on Netflix and The Office was the place to watch, Peacock was the place to watch The Office, that actually could have carried their streaming service like no other. But many people have already done The Office rewatch or The Office, not rewatch, but when you discover it on streaming already because it was on Netflix for years and years before Peacock. Logical move business-wise. Bad trailer.
I'll check it out still.
Yeah, I got to give it a chance. I'm hoping we see some Stanley in there, some Pam and Jen Halper. We need more cameos to draw the connection. I don't really get the connection between a paper company and the newspaper. I guess they had to find another dying industry, so maybe that was the connection.
Yeah. Now, would you do streaming weekly or do you do a dump? Because it's not like storyline building, is it?
How many episodes per season are we going? Like, are we matching the old style? We have like 20 something episodes.
Probably.
I could see a drop for that if they're going to do like a shortened season, 8 premium episodes, 8 40 to an hour long episode, something like that. Then yeah, do the weekly. If you're going to present it as premium content, then actually present it that way.
Weekly?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and say weekly because I always go weekly, but I could also make a great case to just put it there. 20 episodes, the completionist inside me wants to go and watch every single one of them. And who cares about spoilers? They're just jokes, right? The jokes will appear on Twitter and it will sell itself. And the goal of this is watch time and to satisfy an audience. Yeah, you got to dump the whole thing, and maybe next season could be weekly when you already proved that the base for Office is the paper fan. Also,
they got to get as close as they can at 20 episodes, man. It's a sitcom essentially. It's a documentary style sitcom, and so there's so much filler in those type of shows. You have to kind of overcompensate for the fact that most of the time you're not going to be talking about shit. And so at some point we got to get back to the actual main storyline of the show. So I swear Jim was moving on to a new job for like half a season. He was starting his new job in Philadelphia for like half a season.
And then he found his way into 838.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before we do get out, I did go see, for anybody interested, I did go see Weapons. Very good movie.
Don't tell me nothing. Just give me a 1 through 10.
Very good movie. Very, very good. 1 through 10. I give it. I'll give it an 8. I was, again, horror. We got to stop using that word. Very, very suspenseful, very thrillering, but not thrilling, but not. I wouldn't say horror. Now that really depends on your tolerance of what's you consider scary and not. But very good movie, very good movie. I liked it a lot. Julia Gardner, she is. I saw her.
She having a year, ain't she?
Yeah,
she's having a really good year.
She is. She's doing the thing, and it literally is an ensemble of Marvel in there outside of Thanos, Wong, and Surfer.
I was about to say I saw Wong for sure.
Yeah, that opening though, which everybody knows, just the little girl talking last night at 2:17 a.m. It's her voices. Having her do that, it's perfect. That's like little kid shit with creepy shit. It works. It works. It works.
Oh, you would love Sting. You would love Sting from WCW. Oh. He's like, Woman Crush Wednesday. What is he talking about?
Yeah, Weapons was really good. I know what Woman Crush Wednesday is, like the trend.
Yeah, but I was talking about World Championship Wrestling.
Oh yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah.
But Weapons is great. Go see it, guys. Go check that movie out.
You will never predict how this movie ends.
No.
Trust me.
No.
Wow.
No.
Now that's the type of shit I like to hear about a movie. Like, you will not be able to predict it. That is a draw. That'll make me go out and see a movie the next day for sure.
Stamina, I think so. I mean, I well, again, I don't know what everybody's tolerance for scary is, but I think so. It's more so leans on. Let me ask you this: did you like any of the American Horror Stories that Ryan Murphy does? Because think American Horror Story season 3 with the witches and mystery.
You're asking Stamina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can handle
Johnny
it.
said the ending was different. I like that. Ooh, we got a vote of confidence for the ending. So, you know what else had like an interesting ending? That one, Sorry to Bother You, with the horses and stuff. But I didn't like that. So, depends. Coven was the best season of AAHS.
Oh God, that hands down. Haven't been back since.
I literally
tried
thought
to.
it was going to end after Coven. I thought it was all over after Coven. It felt like it probably should have ended.
It should have been, because Coven. I know people like Hotel and stuff like that, but I stopped after. I tried some of the others, but Coven is just that shit. Especially when they lost. Main chick. Oh God, I'm blanking on her name. She played the Supreme.
Sarah Paulson?
No, Sarah Paulson was still there for a while.
The first Supreme, the blonde hair chick. I don't know her name.
I don't know why I'm blanking on her name. But
Zoe?
when they no, who played Supreme? Who played the Supreme? I don't know why I'm blanking on her name. Somebody's gonna beat me to it. And as soon as I see it, I'm gonna be like, "Damn, that's exactly right." There we go. Let me see.
Cordella?
Jessica Lange. God damn it! Thank you, Lawrence. Jessica Lange. Once Jessica Lange left, hang it up, wrap it up. Once she was done, I mean, she was even in that. She was in that clown season, wasn't she? I think that was her last season. That circus season. I think that was it for her.
Stammen says that blood and gore he can do, beasts and entities, etc. Not so much. I've watched almost no horror film as an adult. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
so does he see it? You send him to see the weapons, or you say sit at home?
Well, I don't know if I can really answer that without spoiling or anything like that. I would say, it might. You might. Out of wheelhouse.
Romance.
Yeah, they could find somebody else, but they tried, did they not? They tried to do it with Sarah Paulson. But this season, because with Coven, you had Jessica Lange opposite Angela Bassett, and they were going, so you had Angela Bassett being the queen, Marie Laveau of the Voodoo Queen, and then you had Jessica Lange being queen of the White Witches going at each other, and then that was hands down the best fucking season. Angela Bassett in that season too. Her acting, she's something else.
Stamina, nut up and go see the movie. Put your feet on the ground, hold the seat, and just watch. You got it.
Go check it out. Yeah, check out Weapons. It's great. It's great. It really is good. Good movie. Run like the kids. After you see it, run out of the theater like that. Anything else? That's it. Weapons. Check it out. Oh, that Predator trailer showed before. I don't know when they're dropping that officially. They haven't dropped that officially, have they? No. Have they dropped that officially? I would assume so. It's in theaters. The Predator Borderlands. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. November.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good. Really good. They added something in there I really didn't like. There's like some comedic shit with the little android girl that I don't care for. They could have just kept
Predator
it.
Badlands movie?
Yeah. What's her name? Comedy. Yeah, there's comedy. There's comedy all throughout the trailer. But yeah.
We got a super chat.
Fly as an eagle, fresh out of Philly. Yeah, I still rep the city. Mirrors on the wall, worth $500 million.
You still rep the city, but Michael Bay doesn't rep you, Will. Best show on Peacock was We Are Lady Parts. I heard of that. He's not joking. People love this show. We Are Lady Parts. Have you? No?
No. I was watching Love Island on Peacock.
What did I watch on Peacock?
I was watching Love Island.
Day of the Dragon. Or not Day of the Dragon. Day of the Jackal is what I watched on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Sick. Well, Peacock, girl, they're losing wrestling, but they'll have a lot of other things to air.
All the Jurassic Parks are on Peacock. That's where you go to watch all the J Parks.
Yeah, they got the Universal license.
Viacom. That's what they're called, right?
Nah, that's CBS and all of them. Universal is NBC, or
thank you.
Other way.
Yeah, which was bigger, NBC or Universal?
I think it's NBC.
Or
excuse me, not NBC, Comcast.
That sounds right.
Comcast, yeah.
Comcast is like the grandfather of
overall.
all of it.
Yep.
Comcast. Wasn't that who John worked for?
For John Campia? He worked for Collider.
Is Campia that, like, we could just call him John and we know who we were talking about? Is he like there?
I'd say so in this space.
Didn't have any other Johns at the top of my head.
Yeah, in this space, John.
John Cena, John. I don't.
Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna.
Not with Darius. Not with Darius.
Yeah. Well, when he says Josh, I know he's not talking about Back of the Bus Josh. I know that. Salute to John.
Yeah, I do just say John.
Congratulations on making it for the first name basis here on YouTube. John used to work over there. He used to work at Collider and then AMC before that. Oh, Culture Made John
Rocha.
Yeah, John Rocha. Yeah, I don't know if he's on that Campia status though, where I can just say, where you can say John. I'm like, oh yeah, Rocha. No,
He's sitting next to Snyder. He is.
If you say John, I'm gonna be like, especially in this space, I'm like, oh yeah, Campia.
Hey, Johnny Rastafari, where are you? You got to be the deciding vote. Who? Rocha don't get no respect in this space. Yeah, we're there for the Snyder, not for Rocha.
I like Rocha. I just like,
I've soured on him from the way he was talking about majors. Oh, Johnny says Campia wins.
Campia's that guy. He
is.
He's the blueprint. All right.
George says it's a great topics for tonight's show.
Thank you, Ira.
Yeah,
Appreciate it very much. We are, of course, back live tomorrow morning for the morning report. Back at the bus, you can check out Marcus. You are live Sunday, correct?
Sundays at 4:30.
Sundays 4:30. They are over there. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Again, tomorrow morning we are back here at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have some more topics to go over with you guys and talk about a few things. So come on back. If you're here, I expect to see every single one of you back.
Everyone? Damn.
Everyone, please.
Expectations for every single one, even the ones watching on
In less than 8 hours, your ass better be back on this YouTube page.
Yes, in less than 8 hours. Be back. We'll have some fun. All right. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Peace out.
Bust down, Pantheoners.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.